Salute, salute, salute. Mic check, mic check. It looked like we live. Looked like everything rolling right. You tapped into the fly frequency. I would appreciate it if you smash the like button. Whether you're coming in here live, whether you popping in here live, or you just catching it on a replay, I would greatly appreciate if you smash the like button. You know, support the channel whatever way you can. It's free to smash the like button. Of course, you go. Of course, you know that the Cash App is going across the bottom, along with the PayPal if you want to support that way. And you already know how the super chats work. Let's talk some boxing, yo. I got my guy Ray Davis on the way. You know, he said he was gonna pull up, but I just wanted to get started with this boxing talk. What's next for Shakur, man? We just saw Shakur come off a stellar performance. You know, Shakur did his thing, man, and you know, it's shocking the way that he won. You know, the fashion that he won against a guy like Teofimo Lopez. You know, it seemed like he just beat him with the jab and just being a step ahead all night, man. And Teofimo just looked like he was trash, man. He looked like he ain't even know how to fight. He made Teofimo look like he ain't belonging there with him. So my question is now, what's next for Shakur? Now, we saw Shakur do what he did, and then before that, I believe it was before then, he said 9 times out of 10, you know, he was going to go back to 135. But we got a lot of people who don't want Shakur to do that. You got people that want him to stay at 140. You even got people who calling for him and Devin Haney. But me personally, man, I ain't really feeling the Devin Haney and Shakur conversation because of the fact that Shakur trying to deal with a rehydration clause. And I really don't think that Shakur is going to be willing to fight Devin Haney without a rehydration clause. And we know Devin Haney is the A side. So I don't understand, you know, why Shakur would be openly saying that he would fight Devin Haney with a rehydration clause if he know that Devin Haney already said that he's not going to fight with a rehydration clause, you know, no matter who it is. So that I'm not really trying to entertain that matchup right there. But I do think that it's some conversation that we can have about Shakur at 135. You know, 135, it's a I wouldn't say it's a I wouldn't say the division is popping like that, but we still got Tank there. You know, I know Tank is going through his situation and everything, you know, but hey, we just going to be optimistic and say that, you know, maybe we can see Tank in the ring, you know, with Shakur. So not only is Tank there though, we got Abdullah Mason down there. I think that'll be a good fight. Even though Abdullah Mason, people might argue that Abdullah Mason is a little green, but I think that's a good fight for him. I feel like I ain't into protecting these fighters, man. Once you get a championship belt, I feel like everybody is fair game once they get a belt. You know, we can't pick and choose. You know, I just don't feel like we should be out here trying to protect these fighters. You know, some of these guys out here protecting their favorite fighters and all of that. I ain't one of them guys, man. I ain't with that. Ray Davis, what's good, bro? We got Ray
What up?
Davis in the
What up,
building
brother?
now.
My bad for being a little tardy to the night. You know what I mean? I had to do something for a client real quick. At the same time, I was outside. I had to take a little jog. You know what I mean?
Hey man, it's all good. You don't gotta. I ain't gonna hit you with the button with excuses, man. It's all good though.
Excuses. No, I don't need them. You right. You right. But yeah, that's all it really was about, brother. But yeah, man. Listening to what you saying and stuff, and I was also listening to the Zufa fight, man. I was listening to that too at the same time. Um, listen, man.
Hey, I
The
ain't even know I got Paramount Plus. I could have watched that joint too.
Yeah,
I
I know, right? I was like, oh shoot, like you just said. I was like, oh shoot, oh yeah.
yeah,
'Cause I watched it last week. I said, I forgot I had it.
yeah. I think my kids wanted to watch something on Paramount Plus, and so I had to get the subscription, so they can watch whatever they was trying to watch, and I never did. get rid of that joint. I never did cancel it, so
Yeah.
I guess everything happened for a reason, right?
Yeah, listen, man. Life is about the piece of it all, right? So I'm listening to the space, right? Which we already hear that Devin Haney has accepted the the threats of Keyshawn Davis, right? So that means he really ain't ducking no smoke. I think this is only putting them. This is I don't think it's a good look for Keyshawn, but a lot of people will see otherwise because they just Bud fans, and they just can't get over how Keyshawn reminds them of Bud, which is diabolical. But yet Shakur reminds them of Bud, and I'm not mad at the comparisons, whatever. You know what I mean? They were in the same stable. There should be some similarities, to say the least. But listen, man, special fighters do special things, and I think Devin's a special fighter. I think Shakur's a special fighter. So I think that's the matchup probably everyone wants to see, but we'll probably don't get that matchup till like later, and I hope it ain't too late. But it is what it is. As far as Connor Ben and Shakur, because I don't even want to talk about Tank. You know what I mean? Like you can get to that later. I don't even want to talk about him. But as far as Connor Ben, I think Connor Ben is already locked in his eyes on Rolly Romero. We seen him pulling Rolly Romero, wrestling Rolly Romero during the fight. And Rolly's like, yeah, we're gonna get it done. And then Eddie announcing that the talks are on. So even Conor Ben getting called into the ring, that is a potential fight. But Conor Ben's got a fight lined up. So that's going to obviously happen afterwards. So we'll probably see Conor Ben and Rolly in March, and maybe Shakur and Conor Ben later down the line.
I don't
Um,
even think we gonna get that, man, because
no,
Conor Ben is acting like he not willing to accept the rehydration clause. It sounds like he having second thoughts, so that's why I ain't really
was he
trying
having?
to.
He never said he was accepting a rehydration clause, did he?
I mean, but they was going back and forth, so that made it look like they was ready to
No,
fight,
he
and
said he.
Shakur went public with that, and he said that in front of his face, but
Yeah, and
Conor Ben
what
ain't
did he
never
say? And
he
what
ain't
was
never
his
object to it.
response? Uh,
He
what?
ain't never object to it, so
Okay.
I assumed that he was okay
Do
with
we
it. I
have that?
mean,
Do we have that little conversation, the whole version of that conversation we could play back or listen to?
we
Because
had to come back and get him.
the zone be putting you on blast if you do that. But I'm pretty certain that he said you can't fight me like a man is what I swore he said when he said rehydration clause to him. And he says, "What are you talking about?" And then I think Shakur replied, "I don't need one." Right? And he's like, "Let's just have it." He goes, "Okay, little guy, this all right, tough guy." So I think they cut that part out of the most of the aftermath of the conversation, and you only hear the part where Shakur said, "Nah, I ain't scared of you." You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'll come up. So
Well, I'm
there
not.
was a retaliation to that comment of rehydration clause, bro. These guys aren't stupid. They're not going to kill him. First of all, Conor Ben is a 175-pound fighter that is making welterweight. He don't need to come all the way down there to not put on weight. Now, I get the rehydration clause of him going to 175 in that fight, maybe, capping him at like 160, 165. But to say like, yo, I'm going to stop you from rehydration. You know what I mean? We're going to put a 10-pound rehydration clause. That's diabolical. That is literally at the disadvantage of Shakur Stevenson.
Hey man, I don't know
I
about
mean, the
that, but
advantage of Shakur Stevenson, excuse me, advantage and disadvantage of Conor Ben. But go
yeah,
ahead, my bad.
I don't even. I'm not even trying to entertain, that fight because I'm not confident that it's going to happen
Well,
because Shakur
even
harping
with
on the
Devin, right?
rehydration clause thing, even with Devin, that's why I'm saying I think that we need to go by what Shakur said last. The last thing Shakur is in the public saying is that 9 times out of 10 he's going to go back to down to 135. So I think the
That's what I think
conversation
too.
need to be, yeah. So the conversation need to be who at 135 can Shakur fight. Now we know Oshaki expressed that he wanted to move up and fight Shakur. But people were saying Shakur wasn't coming back down. But I was telling people I think Shakur is coming back down.
Right.
I don't
And I
know if
was on record of
I
that
don't know
too.
if he's gonna take that fight, but I think that's a good one right there. I would pick Shakur in that fight.
Well,
What you
here's the
think?
thing. Shakur is on
I
his
know Shaki is your
money.
guy, so I don't know.
No, I don't care about that. But here's the thing: Shakur's on his money train, right? If there's no money in that fight, he's not going to jump at that fight. That's the crazy part, and that bothers me a little bit because there's so many fights to be made. And if you're gonna start pulling that money train thing out, like yo, I need to fight this guy because he's the biggest bag, and you're not really fighting the what a champion does. You're basically just fighting for money at this point. And there's no why do you even hold the belts? Just get rid of the belts and just let these guys fight. And you can fight when these guys build themselves up. Then you can fight them for cash, if that's the case. And it's just sad because yes, you want to fight for the biggest bag, but you also want to fight your constituents. You want to fight these guys that are there that believe they can beat you. You need to prove them wrong. You don't think Javier Herrera is thinking right now, like, yo, I don't know if I bit off more than I can chew with this guy,
Oh,
bro.
oh wait, you think that's a good fight for Shakur? Me
No,
personally, I
hell
don't
no.
think
I
so.
think bro, a lot of people watch Javier Herrera. He's overrated, bro. He gets hit too much and he's very aggressive.
I don't know if I'm gonna say he overrated
He's
because
overrated.
I just hear because I don't hear people talking about him like he, great. I just hear people saying that, he is on Shakur heels. He calling
Right.
Shakur out, and people try to
So
say
that's
Shakur
saying
trying
what?
not to
If
avoid him.
he's on his heels, right? Means that he's somebody to compete with. And when you're saying that's what you're hearing, that means that these guys are putting him in a category of a potential contender. He's not on that level yet, bro. This guy's
Yeah,
like
look,
not there, and too many people are giving him praise because of what he did, which is knock people out. They don't give him praise because he has a boxing ability. What happens when Shakur beats him down and shuts him out? Then they're going to say, what? Oh, well, he was green or he wasn't that type of fighter or that. It's going to be a mad excuses. He ain't doing that to Tank, though. He ain't doing that to Abdullah Mason, though. He beat up Abdullah Mason. Well, Abdullah Mason was green. You know what I mean? He should have won the other round. He just picking on younger, upcoming fighters. He ain't picking. Bro, I've
man,
heard it
that's what
before, bro. I've heard it
that's why
before.
that's why I put that in the category of a call out, man. I think that Javier, Jadier Herrera, I think that's his name.
Yeah, Javier.
He calling out Shakur because he wanted to fight, and that's what he's supposed to do. So I wouldn't say he overrated because I'm not hearing people saying that, he this and he that. They really not speaking highly of him. They just saying that, he calling out Shakur, and they might be saucing it up a little bit because they are saying like Shakur trying to avoid him and he ignoring them and stuff like that. But I don't. I just put that in the category of a call out. I don't think that's a good fight for Shakur coming off of his win. I think the dude Herrera need to get in title contention and get a title or something, make it, you know, worth Shakur wild. I feel like right now Shakur is riding high on his career in his career right now. I feel like he need to be trying to make big fights now. I feel like you can't really be going backwards. I feel like that'll be a backwards step, you know. So if Shakur going to fight somebody, I think they at least should be a champion. You know, it should at least be a champion down at 135 if he going there. So the champion. I think all the champions fair game down there. Um, you got Oshaki Foster. He got a little bit of momentum, but I don't know. If that, I guess that would be a good fight if Shakur want to do it.
Right.
But from
Yeah.
from his energy though, it seemed like Shakur not really worried about that fight. I ain't really hear no clips or sound bites on Shakur talking about Oshaki, and that he'll fight Oshaki. I ain't really hear nothing. You heard anything about that?
Shaki called him out. I don't think that fight's going to happen either. That's another problem too, right? So we talk about how difficult a fight would be with Shakur for Devin, or Devin would be for Shakur. Oshaki's another difficult fight for this guy, bro. The reason why is because what Shakur has done well is he sparred a lot of fighters, so he knows a lot of particulars, ins and outs of these fighters. And the guys he struggled with is also the guys that he has been like, I can beat you, but he also has never like looked into making a fight with these guys. Like, and if he has, he only did it on the back end of seeing if he can get the fight. When he did the thing with Devin, he knew if Devin stayed at 35, Devin was food. And the same thing with Shockey Foster. Shockey Foster is a smaller a guy that was chasing him at the 126 division and the 130-pound division. And every time he got close to that fight, it never happened. You know what I mean? And they were cool at one point too. So they shared the ring a lot. And you heard Oshaki say, "Yo, I whipped your tail in the sparring, bro. So don't come up here with all this thinking you hoopla this and hoopla that, because I'm telling you, I got your number." So some fighters just have the fighters' numbers. I don't know if how true that to be because I've never seen a spar. This is just words being throughout through the internet. And you keep hearing Shakur, go fight my little bro, go fight Raymond Ford, go do this, go do that. Raymond Ford just moved up to 135. So that's another person you got to worry about contending with. Even though he's your brother, right? Another brother of Shakur's, he might want that fight eventually. So Ashaki Foster is definitely somebody that I think that can give Shakur a lot of trouble. I just don't see that fight happening again to the value of the fight, unless they if he had kept that title, you know what I mean? I think he would have definitely had the options. But him being a WBC champion, he can actually probably ask Mauricio Sulaiman to put him at front of the line in the sanctioning bodies, which would be nice in order to make that fight. So that can be something that happens. You know what I mean? So we have to wait and see how things play out. You know what I mean? We're not seeing Shakur fight for another 3 to 6 months anyway. So I don't even know
Hey,
why we even discussing it.
hey, man, I don't know if Oshaki would be I don't know if I would say that, he'd give Shakur problems. I think Shakur outclasses Oshaki too, but that's neither here nor there though. But look, reflecting back on, Shakur performance against Teofimo Lopez, this is the reason why I be pushing for these fighters that, people think highly of to fight each other, to fight some kind of competition, somebody else that got traction like that, instead of just, fighting these random people, these random fights that nobody really asked for and stuff like that. Unless it now, if they come out of the blue with a random fighter that already got some traction that people like, you
Mm.
know, I think that's fair game right there. But I think they really need to be fighting each other. And you never know how these style matchups will turn out. People thought real highly of Teofimo Lopez and his skills, but now since Shakur beat him the way he beat him, everybody. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but it's a lot of people out here who just saying that Teofimo Lopez is just trash. Like everybody can do him like that, and I think that's one of the problems that we have in boxing. We see somebody have a real good performance, and then all of a sudden nobody can beat that fighter. And
That's
the
my
and the
point.
opposite, the complete opposite as well. We see somebody, have a real bad performance, and then all of a sudden everybody else
Everybody
can
can
beat
beat
him.
him.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
everybody has the arsenal and the skill set of Shakur now all of a sudden just because he looked as bad as he looked. And
I'm
I
telling
I
you,
don't think I just think Shakur is the truth, man. He made a statement that night, you
well,
know.
listen, I'm glad you said that, right? Because all these fighters make statements. And like I said, it's only people live in the moment. It's nothing wrong with living in the moment, but recognize what happened yesterday. Don't just look at today and be like, okay, this is the only thing we see. Because right now, I don't see people saying, oh, Josh Kelly can go out there and beat Boots. Some people said, obviously, we did hear some people say that, but they don't look at the performance he just put on against a guy that nobody wanted to fight. Nobody wanted to fight him. Josh Kelly had an opportunity to go fight Boots in that first fight at 154. And what did he choose? He chose the belt over Boots, which is fine. I'm okay with that. That doesn't mean he ducked Boots. That just means he's seen greater prospects, right? A bigger fight with Boots. So, or a fight with Xander if Xander unifies, or a Baru if he unifies, right? And of course, we see Xander win that fight. They fought on the same night, so that fight is possibly to be next for both of them. But my thing is, we seen it happen, right? We watched it happen, and no one's sitting there giving the same credence to these guys, right? They don't even give it to Dalton Smith, like, oh, Dalton Smith, da, 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 da. Oh, he's, I mean, the guy was good, bro. He showed a great performance. But these guys don't live in they live in the moment. They go, oh, Dalton Smith's probably the best guy at 140. And you look at the rankings, he's number one in the rankings. Um, Now you got Teofimo, who's the daggone champion, and definitely looks like the best guy in the division, but he's going back down to 135. So he don't even want to hold on to the belts, which is okay. I'm not mad at that either. But we have to look at what things are really about. We got to look at things that are really what people are talking about frequently when we talk about how we live in the moment, right? So take Devin. Devin beat uh, um Brian Norman. And what did everyone say? Literally said, yo, he's the best guy at 147. Clearly, nobody wants to see him. Clearly, he's the best guy. And even you heard the people that don't support Devin say, oh, he's picking on Rowley. He's picking on Barry.
Well, yeah, I
He's
think that's a
picking.
little different though, Ray,
But hold
because
on, hold on. Let me
it's considered a
explain.
weak division up there. That's
Right.
why.
Okay. Okay, so let's consider it a weak division, right? But did all the guys pretty much at 135, besides the young fighters there, did they not, you know what I mean, that got belts? Did everybody pretty much move out of 135? And the people that have belts and stuff, are they all like newbies pretty much to the group? Do you rank any of them as a threat to Shakur? Let's keep it real.
Hey Ray, look, yo, shout out to Jonathan Jackson, yo. He was in the live last night. I don't yeah, you missed the live last night, but he said, yo, salute, crazy live yesterday. A lot of crazy things were said that was diabolical. And I think I know what he talking about, as far
Don't you? You
as
should just
far
look
as
it up.
as yeah, I should have, but I didn't. But yeah, I think he's talking about the conversation that we had about Shakur Stevenson going back to 135 because they was trying to, say that Shakur Steve. I let them know that Devin Haney was the A side in that situation if Shakur moves up. So he don't have a right to, he can't make no demands like a rehydration clause on Devin and expect him to just take it. And so they brought into the conversation uh the possibility of Shakur going back to 135 and fighting some champions down there. And somebody actually said that if he went down to 135 that and beat some of those champions down there, that he would be um well, he already a star, but they were saying like he'll be the biggest star at 135. And I was just telling them I don't think so. I still think that Tank, I know Tankamaniac's probably in here gonna go crazy or whatever. I don't know, but
No,
I feel like I feel like it's still okay to have Tank in this conversation at 135, even though he's the champion recess. But his case or whatever. I think it's still a glimmer of hope there that he can get into the ring. I'm just trying to stay optimistic, and
yeah.
so given that he's the champion recess, I would think if he get off from his situation, he would be back champion for the WBA at 135. And so the conversation was them saying that Shakur will be the he'll be the big dog at 135. And I was saying, no, I still don't think that, Shakur surpasses Tank, at
Fast
135
Tank,
as
though.
far as the A side conversation is what I'm talking about.
Um,
We're not talking
right
about basically.
now,
We're not.
right now, he is the
Oh,
A side.
yeah,
And
hold on.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, hold
I'm
on,
gonna,
hold on. Let me finish.
oh
The Tank is the A side, but they were saying
no,
like if
no,
they were saying
Shakur is
like
the
if
A side
Shakur.
right now.
No, I don't think that Tank. I don't think that Shakur is the A side over Tank still. But the conversation was they were saying if Shakur went down there and he beat like, let's see, he beat hypothetically that he beat Abdullah Mason. He beat Oshaki Foster coming up or whatever. He beat some names, and he make it look like the way Tiafimo looked in the ring with him. They were saying that that'll put Shakur on top, and he had all the traction, and then he can become the A side to Tank. And what you think about that?
Well, number one, he is the A side right now. And if not, they're 50-50, right? When it comes to bargaining contracts. But as far as the fighters go, he's the A side as the fight goes. One, he went up.
When you say he's the A side, who you saying? Be more specific.
I'm
Who is
talking
the A
about
side?
Shakur, bro. Shakur holds the cards right now. Shakur has moved up in weight. He did something that Javante didn't do, right? He went up and beat the guy that was at 135 that beat the guy, right? He also um, put another superstar in the ring that people were like questionable about before that fight even took place. Um, Javante Davis hasn't fought anybody on Tiafimo status. That's why I said people are kicking Tiafimo's back in so bad, bro. Shakur was just on another level. It has nothing to do with how good or bad Tio was. Tio just couldn't do the things he was normally doing. He's just on another level. I think Blaze even touched on that yesterday,
Yo,
bro. That right there. So hold on, that right there puts
right.
him in that category, right? Then you got to figure that before that he beat the number one guy in every sanctioning body, and Williams Zepeda like dominantly, bro. And I don't care about how many punches Zepeda. Zepeda's known for knocking people and stopping people with a flurry of punches, tons of punches, right? And he beat that dude in a fight that nobody ever seen him fighting, which is staying in the pocket and literally trading blows with this guy. Prior to that, You know what I mean? He had a couple chip up fights and fights he had to just keep going because he couldn't get fights in the division. But look what he did his whole career, bro. He's always fought champions or the top guys in the divisions. It's not his fault who they were. And I don't blame Javante either because Javante has fought guys, and it's not his fault who he fought to a
And
degree. Because because when the oven got hot, right? Or if you want to say when the kitchen got hot, right? And the fire started baking, Javante ran from the fire, in my opinion, right? He didn't fight the guys that had all the titles. He didn't fight the guys that was calling him out. He didn't fight none of the guys to put himself aligned at the top of the division. They want to talk about how much money he made fighting Ryan. Bro, I don't care how much money you made. It's who you got on your resume when it comes to these guys fighting you in the ring. And then you want to call out, you talk about people, oh, well, Devin calls out people's leftovers. You always, and Shakur fights people's leftovers. What did Tank try to do? He tried to fight Loma. Whose leftovers is he? Tio and Devin's. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And then they was pushing for the damn Pacquiao fight. But then when Devin was like, mentioned with Pacquiao, oh, he only want to fight old people. Bro, it's always the same thing. Shakur is the man at that division right now. And if you tell me anything different, I just don't believe you at the end of the day.
all right, so yeah, what I'm gonna say, man, is we saw what fighters have beaten, you know, each other as far as we had Ryan Garcia fighting, what Ryan Garcia fought Tank, Ryan Garcia fought Devin. Even though he cheated when he fought Devin, he about to fight Barrios or whatever now. But we had Devin fight Lomachenko. Devin he fought Brian Norman. I really don't put Brian Norman in the conversation. I shouldn't put him in the conversation, but Lomachenko, he beat Lomachenko, right? I feel like who Shakur beat, if Shakur beat the champions down there, and the fact that he beat Teofimo Lopez don't make him the A side, bro. I think the A side is, it's Javante Tank Davis has shown that it don't matter who you fight, bro. It don't, because that's one of the main things that people say about Tank is that he only fought Ryan Garcia, and people try to say Ryan Garcia is a trash fighter and stuff like that. All the other fighters is just fighters that people try to trash and everything. And Tank has still shown to be the A side.
Okay.
And so that's why I think that I don't think that it's about who
That's fine.
Shakur beats. I think if Shakur go down there and beat some champions or whatever, if he don't beat Tank, I still think that Tank is still the A side,
Okay.
and
All right.
and they're
Well,
gonna look at sales, and they're gonna
let's
look
see
at
what the
sales and
extras
all of
say.
that, because the A side is determined by your sales and stuff, right? Your ticket sales and the hype around you and all of that stuff. I think Tank is a bigger star than Shakur still. I still don't think that Shakur reached that level of where Tank is at. And I'm being honest, man. I'm
Because,
I
well,
think if hold on, Ray. I think if Shakur go down there and beat some more of the champions, it's gonna be the same thing, man.
okay.
Hardcore boxing fans gonna say that Shakur fought the better competition. That's what they're gonna say, but that's still not gonna make him the A side.
Listen,
I
man,
think it's a different
I
conversation.
don't listen. I don't care about what this guy sells. I don't care what he does on TV. First of all, he sells pay per views because they're the only freaking place that sells pay per views, pretty much, right? Besides the zone, right? That nobody sells pay per views, and yes, he sells
But
because
they haven't
they
been
don't.
on
Hold
pay per
on, but
view
they don't.
though.
Hold on. They always talk about numbers. What has this nigga done in the ring, bro? What has he done since he's been the champion? Matter of
I
fact,
don't know. I'm
he
sensing
got
a little bit of
elevated.
animosity, Ray.
Hold
Slow
on.
down, bro.
I'm sorry. No
You
disrespect
dropping
to
the
you.
N bomb
I'm
on
talking.
Tank and everything, bro. Come on.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. What has he done, bro? My point is, besides win at 130 and win at one, what? That's it. He only won at 130. What did he do at 135? He went up and fought for a vacant secondary title. He got upgraded a
You
title.
sound like Tank and his fans. What has he done? They were
No,
saying that about Shakur, bro.
no. Hold on. I'm asking a legit. You know why I sound like that? Because his fans say that, right? But tell me what Tank has done at 135. Who really had he fought? Tell me. Tell me who he fought on equal grounds that was a champion. What other champions has he fought in any other divisions where he's unified the title? When? Why? It's not because he don't want the belts, because he definitely tried to unify with Lomachenko. So that's bullshit. We throwing that out the window with trash. Trust me. Javante Davis ran from all the smoke that he should have had.
You throwing trash out the window, man? You a litter bug, bro.
It is what it is. It is that comment is trash, bro. I'm tired of that excuse. He didn't fight nobody that had a belt at 135 that wanted to unify with him. He didn't want to unify the WBA championship when he was asked to. He didn't want to fight anybody that was in the top 10 until later when he fought Frank Martin. And that was only the top 10 in his sanctioning body. So when has he fought a number one contender at 135? When has he fought a number one guy at 135? When has he fought another champion? So before we talk about, oh, well, he's the money man, he deserves the A side, I don't care about the money. The money doesn't do the fight for me. You know what wins the fight for me? Putting them gloves on to get in the ring. I'm with Turkey, bro. I ain't give you 2 Ferraris. I'll give you 2 boxing gloves. Show me what you can do. That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not taking away from Tank's talents. Let me not confuse y'all with that. I'm not taking away from his talents. I'm not telling you he can't stop Shakur or any other person that's a champion. But what I am saying, who and what has he done since he's been at 135 besides hold on to a WBA regular championship until it was vacated? Please tell me.
Ray, I'm scared to throw the link on the floor because I think
Throw
some
it
people
out.
down there,
Throw
they
it
ready to
out,
get
bro.
at you.
Please just do. I'm just saying throw it out. I'm not shitting on Tank's career,
Yeah,
bro. I'm
I'm
talking
gonna
about
say this for my guy Cornelius Burnett. You hating on Tank, bro. You hating on Tank, bro. Stop. Tank is the A side, bro.
Okay. Listen, what Shakur did, if that didn't put him at the A side right now, bro, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, he's number one in the division. He's number one at 140 and 135, bro. He's number one. It is what it is. You can put the link out though. Listen, let other people comment. Matter of fact, I hope Just
Yeah,
Do
I'm
come up
gonna
here.
put the
I
I'm gonna
hope
put the link up.
let my brother Just Do come up here and build on this. I'll stop talking for a minute.
Yeah, I'm
I want
definitely
to hear
gonna put the link
finally.
out there. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna put the link out there, but I also want to go down here and acknowledge some of the people who showed up in the building. Let me see. Did I send the link?
Yeah, peace to
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
out
the
there,
link is
bro.
out
I'm
there.
not hating on this brother, bro. Like I said, I have respect for Tank. I just don't put him in the category of Shakur right now. I just think when you come to boxers fighting elite boxers, he hasn't shown me that. And there's
Hey,
no
hold
disrespect to
on, Ray. Let
his
me say
talent.
what's up to these people.
Oh yeah, go ahead, my brother. My bad.
Salute to my guy Dez 215. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know he was first in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I thought Dank Father was, but salute to you, Dez 215, always being first. Dank Father, salute to you, bro. We got PGH Big Dog in the building. Salute to you, bro. We got Jonathan Jackson and Joseph Jackson in the building. Blaze is in the building. Salute, bro. Salute to all y'all. We got We Game All Night showed up in the building. Cornelius Burnett, we got him about to hop on the panel and get at Ray Davis. I'm gonna try to referee it as best I can. Bubs Boxing, leave him down in the comments. Don't mess with Bubs, bro. Bubs ain't playing, you know what I'm saying? So leave Bubs alone. Leave him in the comments. We got Bubs Boxing in the building. I'm just messing with you, King. Salute to you, bro. Who else we got? Let me see. Is that everybody? Look like that might be everybody. Oh no, Just Dude's in the building. Salute to you, bro. Ray Davis wants you to click the link. I don't know if you want to click the link. We got Really Life O2 in the building. He said that. You can read that, Ray. I don't know if that was towards you or not. Let me see. We got Curtis Robinson in the building. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate all of y'all showing up, man. Who else? Let me see. Is that it? I think that might be it. I don't want to miss nobody. We don't really be having a lot of
I
people
said,
up in here.
did you touch base with Raina?
Anthony Manzano is it? We got him in about to hop on the panel though. Salute to you,
Okay,
bro.
hold on, real quick though. So look, what was it Reality Fade 02? Listen, man, I get what you're saying, but if they fight on the zone, or they fight in Ring Magazine card, who's the A side? Just answer like honestly, who's the A side in the ring card?
We
Who's the
Game
A
All Night.
side?
Salute, bro.
Who is the A side of Riyadh? You know what takes the A side at on PBC? Where is he the A side in any other of these conversations? That's all I'm saying, bro. Let's look at reality. People don't want to accept reality because it's harsh. Listen, I'm just telling you like I was
Shout out
telling
to Too Rich Boxing. He in the
yeah.
building too.
I'm telling you, like I tell my kids, bro, that's hot, bro. If it's hot and I tell you don't touch it, you burn your hand, that's on you. But if, hey, man, listen, y'all keep believing what y'all believe.
Who else?
But go ahead, man.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
ready to
that's
hear.
it. All right, let me start bringing some of these people up. We got Flames in the building too, and the Queen Arena is in here, and you know she getting at you, bro.
I told her I love her too, bro. Listen, it's all love. And you know what? You what they say? Shut don't go up, prices do. Take my advice, and I love you too.
Hey Sue said, "Yo, I don't know if I'm butchering your name, bro. Hopefully I'm
No,
saying it right.
Kai.
Or Kaisu or
Yeah,
Kaiso,
Kai Su, you right.
Kaisu."
Yeah,
And
that's
we
the
got
brother.
Bradley in the building and 2 Cents in the building. 2 Sizzle salute. All
What
right, let
up?
me start bringing some of these people up, man. Salute to y'all, man. First we gonna go with Anthony Manzano because I think he came up first.
Hey, Ray. I honestly, with this whole Shakur and uh Shakur thing, I've stick to my guns, and I've said this multiple times with this bullshit Ring Magazine thing. I think that's just more of they created a title to me that's more of a designation. From the beginning, it was created to protect. I'm a Canelo fan. I felt that Ring Magazine bullcrap was created to protect Canelo. To be honest, like the the WBC created that to protect certain fighters, so they didn't have to fight anybody and stuff like that. And I feel that that's just a designation. I need him to win the WBC title, the WBA title in that division to like other titles in that division before I say he's the king of the 140 division right now. Like, do you understand where I'm coming from? Am I being harsh on?
No, I understand what you're saying, but we ain't talking about the ring belt, bro. We talking about 135, not even 140.
No, I
No.
think he's making a comparison, Ray.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no. I feel
So you're saying that
the
he has
Ring
to.
magazine in every division is BS. They
Okay,
should eliminate that.
I understand. Okay, so let me ask you this: Ring. First of all, the Ring Magazine is the true championship. It's almost like the WCW belt, NWA belt in wrestling. When Ric Flair had the real belt, and Hulk Hogan was parading around with the WWF belt, and a lot of people was like liking Hulk Hogan, but the real championship, the real wrestling belt, was the one that was with WCW. So that's why they took the world championship and they unified it with the WWF belt or WWE at the time, because that was the real championship belt. Like that was the real world championship. So the ring is the real belt. Does it have any significance? I clearly understand what you're saying, bro. I'm not even going to knock you on that. But they only give it to the person they feel is the top of the division and number one in the
I thought
division.
the regular WBC belt is the real championship. I've
But
always assumed that the Ring magazine belt was just a designation.
The Ring Magazine belt usually follows the person that's lineal,
the
you know,
lineal
but
champion.
yeah, it's the lineal champion. So usually you gotta have two belts before you can get that ring magazine belt. But in certain
The
cases,
Shakur
like with Shakur.
did Tio have two belts already?
No, but see, he was lineal because Josh Taylor became undisputed at 140, and he got the lineal title. But even though they stripped him, he still had the ring belt, and so Tio beat him, and Tio got the lineal title, and Shakur beat Tio, and that's how he got the lineal title with just one
Yeah,
title.
these designations confuse a lot of people. Like that's why they should eliminate these designations altogether and just have the traditional titles, and that's what signifies a undisputed or unified champion, not these stupid ass designations. Ray,
Bro,
this is why
I'm
we're
not
losing
talking
a lot
about
of casual fans
designations,
to the sport.
but I'm not
Like,
talking about designations, right? I didn't even mention the ring belt. I mean, he got the ring belt, but I didn't say that. I mean, he beat Tio for the WBO championship, so that's a full blown championship. So I don't even know why we're talking about the ring belt. I never mentioned that. And if you're
oh
talking
no, no,
about
but what I'm
and
saying is,
Shakur
I
has the
feel that
uh
like it convolutes everything. No, that's why we don't have a lot of new fans in the sport because of the convoluted nature of the 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 sport with these belts, these sanctioning bodies creating these belts, like these
okay.
designations or these belts underneath the actual belt. This is what confuses it. Like these interim belts and stuff like that is confusing the sport.
So can I ask you a question? So should the
Ray, let's let hold on, y'all. Let's let
John.
Blaze. Let's let Blaze get in there real quick.
Respond to him and then let the other person.
I mean, but that I feel like we should let that. I feel like we should let that go because that's not even out the conversation that we were talking about.
Fair enough.
So
fair point.
We going off. We missing the target right here. We going off script. But let Blaze go up real quick.
Flyer Ray, what's up?
What's good with you, Brody?
What's good, Blaze?
Peace panel, peace chat, peace everybody in the chat. Hey Ray, like I said, we hear you, we hear what you're saying. You can have your point, but that's not what everybody's meaning by A side. And we talk about leverage in negotiations, but the only thing I would say about your opinion that I would say is that Shakur right now is moving closer to being A side in comparison to Tank. He's A side over everybody else from 135 to 147, with the exception of Devin, because Devin got the title up there. But Shakur is he's still B side to Tank until further notice. The only thing that would make him like close, it could be 50-50, was because he's active and all of that. And then all the issues is going on with Tank and why he's in recess with the negotiations and the risk of putting the fight together. You feel me? But that's basically what everybody's basically saying about this conversation. But I would just say this about Shakur. And this is where, Ray, you're talking about. Is who you think is better right now, who you think got the better skill set, who you think is the actual guy if they actually got up in the ring. And, with Shakur's performance against T.O., we know who T.O. is. They can say what they want about T.O., but T.O. is one of these fighters, and that's what's great. And I'm going to let my plane right here. Everybody has to fight everybody, because when you don't fight everybody, you don't get to see all the styles. You see what I'm saying? So this is one other style that was great, that was really effective in their career, being dismantled by Shakur. So who's next? You feel me? And that's just his first name. What would he do to another big name? You know what I'm saying? And so, Shakur really elevated himself into stardom by handling his business under those big bright lights in MSG. That's why he is Shakur Bright Light Stevenson. And I'll let my plane right there.
Ray, you want to respond to that, or can I just put Jonathan Jackson on?
Oh, my bad. I think he's on point to what I was saying to a degree, right? If we're talking about being a star, right? Tank is a long awaited star in the business of boxing, right? But he's also had his things in the delays in the boxing arena, right? Let's be fair. I'm not taking anything away for Gervonta. And as you said, he's closing the gap, right? So right now, I think if they're on a mutual platform, if someone bought this fight, I think it's pretty much a 50-50 fight. If not, you know what I mean? Depending on the situation, Tank might get it by a point or two on the pay scale.
But he's going to get it by popularity because of his press, his out. Because look, Tank hijacks every conversation that we're talking about, and he's not active. That's why he's A side.
Okay, but I'll let you rock, right? So hold on. So to your point is, right? So there's the negotiation situation may happen. I think right now, actually, I'm not even gonna think. So you can throw the clip up frequent, because I'm gonna build on that in a second. But I believe,
don't think, feel.
I believe right now, if you said who can beat Shakur at 135 right now, and if anybody says anybody other than Tank, that says something, right? If you say people that is going to give or can beat Shakur or Gervonta at 135, I'm pretty sure people can name more than one or two people. They may say, "Oh, Dula Mason is possible." Lamont Roach, they give him a good fight. Nobody's going to say that.
But Ray, that's what comes with the fandom of the A side of Tank. So we're looking at the fans are delusional. He just had a draw, and he just had a draw, right?
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
And he's
so
still popping.
I said, if anything, Shakur has caught him. I think it's more so 50-50, but I think as far as A side goes, that shit is out the window right now, because people want to see this fight. It's going to cost Gervonta more money now, especially with all the things that happened in his career. He's either going to have to get in the ring, or he's going to ask for an extraordinary amount, and people are going to walk away from him. So I don't think that fight happens unless it's a 50-50 fight or leaning towards Shakur. That's just my opinion.
Hey, let Jonathan Jackson get in there. What's good, Jonathan?
What's good, man? You can
Future
hear me?
Tank fan, what's up?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, man. I don't know what Ray problem is. I don't know why he hating on Tank so hard. I didn't give my fair share of hate of Tank, throughout the years, but I've never said he's not the A side. That is diabolical. It's nothing Shakur or Devin Haney could do to amount his A side. They will never do it, bro. He is the A side. He brings the the casual fans. They don't.
Yeah.
It's nothing they will ever be able to do to trump him from being the A side. He make the most money, right? We not
Well,
finna play like that. The money makes him the A side. His stardom makes him the A side. It's not about your accomplishments. Is Shakur more accomplished than him? Yes. Is Devin more accomplished than him? Yes. Or do I think they're better than him? Yes, I do. But that still doesn't mean they make more money than him. They don't. They don't sell out more than him. He
hey, I
Okay.
sold
feel the
out
same
everywhere
way.
he's
Just
went.
for the record.
You can't just be this much of a hater where you're saying, oh yeah, they're
I'm
the A side
hating?
because yes, you're hating because you're saying,
Okay.
well, Shakur got this belt, he got that belt, he did this, he fought him. No, that yes, Shakur is a great fighter, one of the elites, but he's not the A side over Tank. You're hating.
Okay. I'm hating because I have an opinion. Hold on. I never said that Tank was a nobody or he's the worst person ever to fight, did I?
Did I
So
say
to
that?
me, but you're saying I'm hating. So when did I take his accomplishments away from him for being a previous
You're
A side?
using
I mean,
accomplishments.
he said. I think what he's saying is
No, he said I'm
Nah, he know what I'm saying.
you're trying to take Tank's A side away from him unjustly. And that's what I
how
was saying
how
too,
is
Ray.
that?
I was saying that I
Okay.
don't think that it's about who he fought or how many champions, because like I said, Devin
All right.
Haney was at 135. He fought Lomachenko, and Tank was still
Okay.
with the A side.
Okay.
Lomachenko is he's a bigger person on their resume.
I'll give an unbiased opinion because I'm not a fan of
Hold on, hold on,
either
hold on,
either
hold
guy.
on. I
Hold on,
was
who
trying to
that?
go again. I was trying to finish
Keshan.
what I was saying. I was just letting frequent
Go
talk.
ahead. I'm writing all this down. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you can write everything you want down,
No,
man.
man,
Ray,
stop,
you
stop.
wrong. You wrong on this
Don't
one.
get in your panties about it. Just
I'm
talk. I'm
not
writing
getting
it
in my
down so I can
I'm not getting
respond,
in
bro.
my
Relax.
panties.
Relax.
I'm not
Relax.
I'm not I'm not
Just
I'm
talk.
not getting
Go ahead.
mad. You ain't gotta tell me to relax. I ain't getting mad.
Oh, you
We having
responding
fun
to
up here.
it, bro. Come on, let's talk. Come on. Go
Yeah,
Hey,
ahead.
come on,
Richard
y'all.
tell you
Let's
Tank's A
stop with the
side.
insults and stuff, y'all.
Richard
Hey
tell you.
man,
Richard tell you
this how
Tank's
you
A
know
side.
Ray getting
I'm
his
not. I'm
emotions,
writing it
man.
down, but you're telling me like you being kind of facetious about that, bro. Like I'm just
I
so I
said
can
I said
respond to you. I'm writing everything down so I can respond, dog. That's it.
I said
That's
write
all
it
good.
down, but you're wrong. That's all I said.
Okay. Okay. Well then I rest my case then. I have nothing else
Yeah,
to say.
there was nothing they could do to be the A side, Ray. Get that
Hey,
through
yo,
your
Okay.
head, man.
let me let Rich get on the floor. What's good, Rich?
What, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah,
What you think about this conversation?
man. I think you can hear a little box of Haggard coming out of Ray, but
Damn. Oh, I'm insulted. All right, I quit, bro. I'm getting off the panel right
nah,
now.
nah,
That was the
nah,
ultimate.
nah, 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 nah. I'm fucking with you.
That
I'm
was the
fucking with you.
ultimate slap in the
Nah,
face, bro.
all jokes aside, though, I think Shakur do have a lot of casual fans that tune into him because how he act over Instagram and all them things. I think if he would have definitely knocked out like T.O., like they would have stopped the fight or something like that, he would have beat that nigga down or something like that. I think that he would have had something to say what Ray talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then if you go into a fight over there in UK with like a Dalton Smith or Conor Ben and do the same thing, then I definitely think he definitely will have something to say. But I disagree with Jonathan or Joseph. One of them. I'm not looking at my phone right now, but I hear the voice and I know it's one of them. But I disagree with saying that they can never be the A side because I think
Oh,
Rich, you cut off, bro. You got a phone call.
I mean,
Yeah, I
he
got a
could
phone call
disagree
too.
with me.
And Joseph, Jonathan, Jag almost said the
Yeah,
same thing. Listen, I don't have no gripe with Tank being the A side. That's not where I'm going with this. It was just a question on, do I see him? Basically, if I see that fight, I'm not telling
Hold,
you they
hold,
can't even share. I can't. I won't tell you that I don't think they share the privileges. I
hold
just
on,
think
Ray.
that. Oh,
I think Anthony
oh, you
Manzano
want
was
to say
trying to get
something?
in there. Yeah,
Oh,
he was
all
trying
right.
to say something real quick. Go ahead, bro.
Rich, I'll give an unbiased opinion to be honest, because I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of either guy. To me, the A side argument to me is bullcrap. It's just a fan created narrative.
Right.
To be honest,
My bad, real quick. I just want to say with Jonathan Jackson, I just wanted to say, I believe that they could come in 50-50. I don't believe that Shakur will be over Tank, but I believe that Shakur or Devin, if they continue, you know what I'm saying, looking good or whatever the case may be, they could have something to say and come in 50-50. But over Tank as of right now, nah, I ain't got it. I ain't got
yeah,
them over Tank
yeah.
right now.
And when you look
I
at
ain't
their
got them
fan
over Tank
bases,
right now,
actually,
nah. But Jonathan,
Rich, and when
Jonathan
you look at
Joseph,
their fan
I,
bases,
I don't,
actually,
I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't believe that they could never, ever be. Nah, that's like,
Nah, it's nothing.
pretty-
I'm a Devin Haney fan, bro, and a Shakur Stevenson fan. It's nothing they could do, bro. They got to sell out like 10 more stadiums or something like that, like full
Yeah,
capacity
I wouldn't
yeah,
say it's
to
no.
nothing
be,
they
And when
can
you
do.
look at their
You a
bro.
little
Jonathan,
extreme
and
with
hey,
when
it.
you look
damn.
at their
Bro, Tank is a mega star, bro. Like
yeah, and when you
I
look at
don't
their
think y'all
fan
get how
bases,
big he is.
well, when you look at the fan bases of both, all three of them, I think with Tank, it's a 50-50 split between hardcore boxing fans and casuals. But when you look at the fan bases of Shakur and Devin, it's a 70-30 split. 70% of their fan bases are hardcore boxing fans. Maybe 30%, and I'm being generous, are 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 casual fans. The majority of their fans are hardcore boxing fans that watch the sport all the time and stuff like that. But when you look at Tank, it's a 50-50 split of casuals and hardcores.
Hey,
And I
let me
think
get
that's
in
where
there.
Jonathan is coming from. When you look at the fan bases, there's an uneven split on how the fan bases are distributed and stuff
Hey,
like that.
Okay.
let me
Fair
get in
point.
there real quick, y'all. I think Tank is definitely the A side still to them
And
guys and everything.
Tank honestly
Hold
brings
on, brother.
Look,
Hold on, brother.
yeah, I think that Tank is definitely the A side to
hello.
Devin and Shakur. But we talking about Shakur though. I think he definitely the A side to Shakur. But at the same time, I heard somebody say that Tank is a mega super duper star or whatnot. They put extra
He is.
mustard. I feel like you putting extra mustard on it, man, because I
What?
think some of that is smoke and mirrors, though, because when you look at Tank numbers, though, his numbers is regular, just like everybody else's, except for that Ryan Garcia
Okay.
unicorn situation.
So
I feel
this
like
why I
that was a
say
unicorn situation. Hold on, let me
That's
bring
my
Bullet
point.
Gibson in. My guy Bullet Gibson
That's
is
exactly
down
my
here.
point.
But
no, he's a
I
mega.
still don't. I don't think I think it's some moderation to be
Did you
had
guys
though.
hear what I said,
Y'all,
or
I feel
did
Yeah,
I
like
we heard
turn
y'all
off?
you. We
going to
heard you, Anthony. Hold
yeah. I
on.
feel like y'all
Nah,
going
frequent.
extreme in both directions, man.
Nah, I'm
He
not
the A
going
side,
extreme.
but he the
No,
A
he's
side,
a
but you
mega
can't say
star.
it's nothing they can do to get
No,
to get it.
I'm trying. What can they do?
Hey, you
They could
never
get
know.
more
I don't know.
popular.
They could get
They
more
got look, look,
popular.
No,
no,
they
no.
gonna
They could
get
be
that.
on.
They gonna get.
Listen,
One of
They
they're
them
gonna
could
get
all
that
fight
under
money
Jake
when
30.
they
Hold
Paul
when
or
up,
they
hold
something.
up,
One
drop.
of them
hold
could
up,
fight
Y'all
Jake
gonna
hey,
let
Paul or
Bullet go?
Pacquiao.
hold up,
Hold
Go
on,
ahead, Bullet.
one of them could fight. Hold
hey,
on, one of
real
them could
quick.
fight Jake Paul or Pacquiao or something,
Why
Well,
would
let
they
and that
Bullet
could
fight?
just
Why
build.
would
put
they
them
fight?
over.
Why would you be
Hey,
paying
let
for
me
Hey,
that?
hey, let
hey,
me just make
freak.
one point real quick. One
Go
point, one
ahead,
point.
Bullet.
Hey,
And
they're all
hold on,
under
no,
30.
hold on, no, let's let Bullet. I don't want Bullet to
That
hold
means they can
be
get
on
more
there too long.
popular.
Now, let Cub go. Cause I don't want him to lose his thought. I already know what I'm gonna say.
Okay, go ahead, Blaze.
Now, just real quick, it's short. Hey, they're all these is like 26, 28. Hey, man, in the past, the guys they reigned in superstardom and created legacy, 32, 33. You see Canelo, the guy, he's 35. You see what I'm saying? It's like, hey, these guys got a whole lot of career left. And if they're that dominant, they're gonna keep getting people up out of here. And then the name's gonna fight the names, and then they will get the juice. You beat the guy to be the guy. That's why Shakur wants to fight Tank. He's never gonna not say he want to fight Tank. He say fuck Tank right now. Tank out the mix. If Tank say he want to fight, he will fight him. Why? Because he know he got the
Facts,
juice. That's how you get it.
facts.
The thing
Good
is
point.
y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't. The
You don't
best,
think
the
he could get
biggest.
it without? You don't think he could
Hold
get
up,
it
hold up.
without beating him?
It
No.
may be, yeah, no. What he can is he can be a star, but his stars gonna always be tied up to Tanks. And it's just that's how he's weird like that, bro. It's like, it ain't even about skill no more when it get later on. It's just about your
Mm.
popularity and who knows you.
Yep.
Listen,
Okay.
Floyd, I keep telling you, he's money 2.0. Everybody knocks Floyd for Tank, but Floyd put him on because Floyd was the guy and he gave him his spotlight. He had that boy in all his earlier fights fighting on Spike. He was in the bright lights. He'd been in multiple pay-per-views. He got him under the bright lights early, and Tank handled his
Facts.
business under those bright lights. And that's
Yeah,
So,
what
hey,
cats
yeah,
don't
yeah.
hey,
But
understand.
I
hey,
feel
hey,
like
No, listen
Jonathan.
though. Let me land my
I mean,
plane right here. Let me just land my plane because that he got to the he's actually popular and whatever type of money is involved with these guys around him, the matrix is gonna be, hey, can you make more or less than him with the fan base? But if you beat him, you become the guy. So when Tank comes back, everybody's gonna want to fight him because some people gonna think they can beat him. But the question is who is he gonna fight? Who we want him to fight? And we only
No.
want him to fight Shakur. That's it. If
all right,
Shakur
but
goes
but
down to
but
let
but
135,
Bullet. I'm
that's
gonna
it.
have to
That's all we
start
want to
putting a
see.
time limit on some of y'all, man. Let Bullet Gibson go,
Nah,
y'all.
I'm landing. I'm landing. I'm done. I'm done.
What's good, family? What's good, y'all boys? Everybody on the panel, man. In the
Salute,
Salute,
man.
chat.
Bullet.
Thank you, but I think y'all going a little harsh on Ray. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I feel he has some credence to what he's saying for sure, because even in Tank's own mind, and I don't want to harp too much on it, he felt like that if he would have went over to Turkey, that he would be giving the A side to Devin, because that's why he even said, if I go over there, Devin's their guy. They're gonna try to rob me or such. That shit only really happens for the A side fighter for the most part, the guy that they want to win, the guy that they're gonna put the money up for and invest in the most. So in his own mind, he believed that if he would have went over there to Turkey, he would be giving up his A side to Devin Haney. So I feel what Ray's saying. I think, of course, Tank is gonna be the A side. I just always push for the fights. I never cared about the A side B side shit. I just know
Exactly.
Shakur and Devin, in the most part, is just willing to fight him, and then the fight's just not going to happen because whether it's him or his team just don't want that fight. But and as it comes to Shakur, again, if they go to Turkey, because the money will be more of a bargaining chip, maybe they might give him the more money, Tank the more money, but we don't know because Shakur just made a hefty amount, and Tank never worked with Turkey before, but I'm pretty sure Turkey going give him a good amount. But only in the PBC is essentially it's just set in stone. This guy's the A side, and maybe the zone, because they're gonna try to do something to bring Tank over in the senses, but it's not set in stone that he's just gonna be the A side over Shakur and Dev over there working with Turkey. I think for the most part it is, but in his own mind and in the sense of business, because these guys have all, not only have they sold stuff in America, and I know of course Tank has done the most in America, but outside of America, Devin Haney has sold out stadiums in Australia. He did venues and over there with Turkey them, so they have their own merit and of course the resumes and such like that. But other than that, we all just got to see these fights.
Yeah,
We
we
got to
know
see the fight.
Devin. We know Devin is a pay-per-view fighter, but Shakur hasn't been a pay-per-view fighter,
Yeah.
has he?
Yeah.
But
Yes, he
Well,
has.
hold,
not necessarily, not headline of pay-per-view, but Devin has.
He just
But
did
in the
it.
sense
For the
of
last
in
card
the
was
sense of
headline.
but I'm saying in the sense of what they have done in their careers, I think
Yeah.
the guys like Turkey will put that merit up more so than just because as you can see, it ain't like he really care about that pay-per-view shit. Of course, Devin Haney was clearly the pay-per-view headliner over the David Benavidez fight, but we know who was the actual headliner. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I mean,
it goes in a sense like that.
I was
And
just saying
also,
that
I wanted to
Shakur.
say this. I
You
just
can
want to
say
say one
Shakur.
thing
Go ahead.
to Joseph.
No, it's John.
Tank. Johnny, my fault, love, bro. Tank makes the most money in that one fight for the most part, but majority of their career, Devin Haney has been making more money than Tank. That's
Correct.
the fact.
I was gonna
Yeah.
pull that up too.
Let me respond. Let me respond to that. Yeah, I
Go ahead,
understand that,
respond, and then
but
go ahead, respond, and then let me get this super chat.
yeah, I understand that. I know that's a fact too. I'm not finna say it's not, but he's the A side, bro. Even if they go to Turkey, he's gonna get more money than them, bro. Like A side and B side don't matter when we talking about Turkey, but Tank is not gonna go over there. I don't think he is. So A side and B side does matter when you're talking about Shakur and Tank fighting. They're not gonna get more money than him. It's just they're gonna get a hefty amount, but they're not getting more than him. Let's be realistic. He's the megastar.
What if
Like
they both get the same though?
They're not. You
I
talking about
mean,
what
it's,
is?
at this
You
point,
talking
it's
about what
speculation,
if?
though. But let me get this super chat real quick. Yo, shout out to Des215 with the $1.99 super chat. He said, "Ain't no A-side with Turkey." You know, that's relevant to what y'all was talking about too, man.
Straight cash. Last me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm
There is
rich.
an A side with Turkey.
And that's what I've been
I mean,
saying.
I think only with that, I
No. There
think
is an
only
A
with
side
that.
with Turkey. There's an A
Hold on,
side with
I
Turkey.
think only,
Canelo was just A side against Bud with
hold on,
Turkey. What are you
hold
talking
on,
about?
y'all.
I'm gonna break that
I
down
think
too. That's
only,
not true.
hold on, y'all. I think if you saying that A side is just solely who gets paid more, then
That is.
yeah,
That's it.
then yes. But if you talking about somebody,
Negotiations.
if you talking about people being able to get, advantages and stuff like that, and dictate terms and stuff like that on the other fighter, I don't know about that. I think it
But
ain't no A side with Turkey in that
So
sense.
let me.
this
So
this
yes.
the
So let
thing.
me explain.
This the thing, right? It's not no A side, right? It's not no A side, but obviously Tank man could go over to Turkey or whatever. Let's just say if he do, which he probably won't ever. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he could go over to Turkey, be like, look, this what I'm doing. His people, Al Heyman and his promoters, they can show the numbers. This what he doing. And it could outshow Shakur and all of them niggas and stuff like that. So if you want
Exactly.
to, so if you want to deal with me, then this is what I'm getting, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be way more than what Shakur ever been made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I say outside. That's why I said
Yeah.
Because at Turkey mind, he's like, okay, I'm gonna double that, nigga. I'm a boss. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
that's
why
how
I
he
said
looking.
outside.
That's how he looking at it. So
That's
it's
why I
really
said
no
outside
Turkey
of
argument
will give
money.
about
him
that.
up to over
It's really
40
no
million.
argument with that. It's really no argument with
That's why I
that.
said out. That's why I said outside of the money, Rich. I said when you come into the money, you talking about the money, of course, because Tank, expressing that he don't want to go over there. So Turkey definitely gonna have to pay him more money to go come over there. He gonna have to drop the big bag on Tank. So it's gonna be his bag gonna be bigger than Devin's,
The
bigger than
biggest bag.
Shakur's. Yeah, it's gonna be the biggest bag,
The biggest bag
But
for
but if
Okay.
Tank.
you
So
talking about dictating terms and stuff like that, I don't think that he'll be able to say,
okay.
yeah,
So let me
Devin
explain.
had to be on a rehydration clause or this
Hell
or that. I
no.
don't think he's gonna be able to do that.
All right. Let me explain this, and then I'm gonna ask a question to everybody. So first of all, when it comes to Tank being the A side, right? Like I said, PBC, no problem. When it comes globally, I don't think so, man. When it comes to other fighters, he maybe gets lesser known fighters that sell the card, whatever. But when it came to the paydays of these guys, and y'all want to mention in the paydays, Tank hasn't generated a lot of money in a lot of fights that he had. A lot of people are giving him credit for fights that they claim that he made money. We're only listening to these YouTube content creators talking about the money he has made. I guarantee you, nobody on here without Googling know what Tank made in his last fight with Lamont Roach. If anybody can say that off the top, then I'm going to ask you a question that follows that. So anybody knows?
Yeah, we can only go off his guarantee. We can't go off the pay-per-view
No.
numbers because
They
we don't
tell
know.
you can literally find out how much he made in that last fight.
Not on the back end. We don't know
Estimate.
that. That's estimated, bro. We don't know the
Right,
actual number.
estimated. What'd you say?
We don't know the actual number. All we know is
Okay,
his
so what's the
guarantee.
estimated cost?
I mean, I don't believe that number, so I don't know it. They said he made about 10 million. I don't think so, bro.
Okay, thank you. That's
I had
exactly
I had
that's
I had this argument with somebody on a
okay.
panel somewhere before, and my argument was that Tank outside of the Ryan Garcia unicorn situation, where he made all of that money,
He
all of
never
them
made that much
pay-per-view
money.
sales, he been doing regular numbers like the same numbers that Devin or Shakur has been doing or Boots
Right.
Ennis, but
He's still the A side though.
their argument is most of the times their argument be Tank don't get a big guarantee because he gets all of his money on the back end,
You see all that
on
back
paper
end
from
payout.
pay-per-view sales,
You can go
you
see
know,
all that back end
and
payout
the
now.
cost. So they
Right.
hold on. So what they're saying is the cost to make a fight with like Devin Haney or Shakur or whatever, they're getting bigger guarantees. So they're saying like the cost of the fight is more.
Okay.
I don't know.
There-
I don't know if that's
Okay. That's cool. So we're gonna leave 10 million on the table. What did Shakur just make?
Made about what, 9?
10 million. I don't even know where you got that number from. He made 10 million. They split
That's
10
what was
million.
reported for months. I
But
Yeah,
seen
but
the
the,
10.
if
but
they
I
the,
give him a
seen the 10 you
guarantee of
talking
10
about,
million, they got
but
to recoup that on a pay-per-view sales, right? Before they start getting money off the back end, right? Or no?
they don't get no back
so
Saying
end with
wrong?
Turkey.
let
They
me
don't
tell
get
you
no
how
back
that
end with
PBC
Turkey.
back end money thing works too. So the way that works is they'll give you, let's say, 2.5 million, and then whatever comes in the throughout the whole event, through the concessions and the pay-per-view numbers, blah 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 blah, then they cut you an amount of that, a percentage. So the percentage,
After they
okay,
cover their expenses, right?
right, they may be like, okay, well, we made 25,000 million over, we're going to give you another 7.5, make it 10 million even. That's how they run that. So if you look at the signing contract, it's a big difference at 10 million. Now, a question something I wanted to address real quick. The reason why Canelo made more money than Bud is because he signed a 3-fight deal, and Bud has not fought a 3-fight deal. So all that money he's making is off of his contract that he signed. That has
It was
nothing to
across
do with,
3 fights, yeah.
yeah, that's not him being the A side. That's just what he's made for 3 fights. He signed a $300 million deal. That was just what he signed. So I'm pretty sure if it was a 1-fight situation, he probably would have made, if not 50, 60,000, he wouldn't have made much more than Bud. Yeah, I would have gave him the money because I think he would have been the reason why people bought the fight. Absolutely, you're right. But at the same time, I don't think you see Canelo outpricing Bud in a situation like that. So I just wanted to make that point.
Yeah, but what's your point with him making? They made the same amount of money, okay,
Okay,
but
but
when they fight,
because you
wait,
just
wait, wait,
said
wait, wait, wait. But when they fight each other, Tank's gonna make more, bro. Like
we
he's
don't
gonna
know
want
that.
more money.
We don't know. It
So
doesn't matter. So Shakur gonna want more money.
no,
No,
he's
I
gonna
think
want what
Tank
he
is gonna
want.
make more money, bro.
He's
I
gonna
think
make more money,
I didn't
bro.
say what I think or I know, right? Y'all think.
No, I
Y'all
know
keep
for a
thinking.
fact he's gonna make
Hit
more
the
money.
button. Stop thinking.
I know for a fact he's gonna make more money. I never said think you did.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Exactly. Thank you, Rock. Anyway, listen, we don't know until it happens. Stop. We can't keep speculating that, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is what you're saying, you know. So you're saying you're predicting that this to be the answer, right? We already knew that when he made the fight with Devin, it was 20 million each, right? So
No, it wasn't 20 million each.
Bill offered him 20 million to make the fight. Devin
Yeah,
was going
Devin
to
wasn't making
No,
20 million, bro.
it was 30 million for Tank, right?
No,
no, it
yeah,
was
Devin
20.
wasn't
He
making
offered him
20.
20
Devin
million.
wasn't making 20 though.
Okay. All right.
I
He
don't
said it. Devin
we
said it.
don't know what Devin was making, but
No,
Okay.
he said he
Tank
was
was
making
getting
well
30
under
though.
that.
He
Okay.
He
said
was
he
making
said
well under 20 million.
Okay.
well,
Okay.
I don't know. You know, I guess I don't know about what Devin was getting. Now all I saw was that Bill was saying that uh there was 30 million on the table for Tank, you know, to fight at Riyadh or whatever. And you know, Turkey Al Sheikh came in and confirmed it later. So yeah,
Yeah. Devin
I
not don't
definitely
make no
think
30
that
million with Turkey.
definitely
It's
I
crazy.
feel like if Tank go over to Riyadh, you know, and fight for Turkey, Turkey's going to give him a big bag. And
Yes, he is.
I don't believe that, you know, just because, you know, Shakur find out that how big of a bag that Tank is getting, that he's just going to be able to say, "Oh, I want that too." You
Nope.
know, and we going to cook him too, because it's going to be, you know, him pricing himself out if the fight don't happen. So, you know, Shakur is going, you know, them fighters got their price that Turkey is giving them, and they fine with that. So just because Tank coming over there and he getting a bigger bag, that don't mean your price go up, because, you know, Tank price is his
Yeah.
price, you know.
No, I think a fair number for both of them is like if Tank get 25, let's say that they can get 15. That's cool.
Hey, y'all smash the like button. It's like 56 people in here. I don't know what the likes looking like, but I already know it's probably looking disgusting. So I appreciate it if y'all smash the like button, yo. Yo, y'all want to move on to this next topic, Devin versus Keyshawn. And I was telling you, Blaze, that I thought that um uh they was going to do that. Devin and Bill was going to push Keyshawn to fight them, you know, right now. You know, and that's what it seemed like Devin Haney is trying to do, you know, by tweeting to
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn Davis, let's have it, you know, let's do it now, whatnot, whatever it was he said. You know, he basically told
I
him, "Let's
told
do
y'all
it now."
yesterday while we was arguing that. Devin posted that, but y'all didn't want to listen to me. It's
No,
Keyshawn
what
versus
no, what I
Devin.
was
You didn't see
no,
Keyshawn?
what I
You
was
didn't see
saying is
Keyshawn?
what I would remember
Go
what I
ahead.
was saying was I
It
don't
wasn't.
see that as I don't see that as a good look for Keyshawn to just go straight up there and fight him. And people's argument was that he's going up there to fight Lewis Crocker or somebody else first to get
Nah, I don't.
acclimated
That
to the
wasn't me.
division
That wasn't
or get a
me. That
belt
wasn't me.
and then
Flyer,
fight him. Okay, so
flyer.
you
That
think
wasn't me.
if he goes straight up
I
there, I don't
told you
think
that's
that's a
the
good look
fight
for
now.
Key, man.
I
I don't
think
think
it
that's a good
is.
look for
That's the
Key if he
thing.
goes straight up
Listen,
there,
man.
man.
No. This is how. It's crazy though. It's crazy that you not Keyshawn like this about him wanting to do this when this is how we want to see all fighters move.
He
You
not
go
gonna
to
do
fight
that though,
who
Blaze.
everybody thinks is the best. That's what you think.
He not
That's
gonna
what
do
you
that.
think.
I
Don't.
ain't into
Hey, I
protecting
understand
these
that.
fighters.
Listen, I'm not debating that. No. You guys missing the point. What I'm debating is if he loses, he's gonna really lose in the ring because he's gonna really make the fight right now, like he's supposed to.
Yeah,
You feel me?
but
He
Blaze,
told
why
he
would he
told
do that?
Bill. Hold on. Let me finish real quick.
You
He
actually
told
think he
Bill,
gonna do
hey,
it?
if
No, he ain't
yeah,
gonna do it.
man, you guys is crazy. You guys, hey
He's
man,
not
you
doing
guys
that
call
right now.
Keyshawn crazy.
He's,
Keyshawn's crazy enough to do it. But you guys,
yeah,
that's one thing about
he
it.
ain't
You
that
guys don't
crazy.
respect when people stand on what they stand on. Here,
Keyword
let me land my plane
crazy
right
enough
here.
to do it. Crazy.
Let me land my plane right here, bro. Hey, he talked to Bill a day before the fight and said, hey, I get Jermaine out of there. What's up? May 26th. Bill was stumbling and mumbling, but he said,
No, he
we're going to talk
wasn't.
about what we talked about in the DMs. He said sometime in 26. And then Keyshawn handles his business, and then Devin posts his, let's do it. So I'm holding both of them to their word. I don't care who you
How
think's
Yeah,
Bill
going to
was
win or not.
mumbling and
I
bumbling
don't
and Bill
care.
made him promise. Bill made him
Man,
promise,
listen,
bro.
man. He said you the promoter. Listen, I understand all that. Well, if then Devin's ducking if the fight don't happen, and then how he ducking somebody he can beat
who said
if
If
the
Keyshawn
fight
was
Keyshawn
don't
say
ducking,
if
happen.
bro? What are you
Keyshawn
talking
go a
about?
different direction,
Check this
how
out. Check
Devin
this out.
ducking?
Check this out. Check this out. Devin is A side to Keyshawn. Keyshawn talked to Bill. Devin posted it. He's A side. If he don't make this fight, he's a duck. I don't care what you
If
guys are
Sha-
talking about.
if
And then we can
Yeah,
Keyshawn
argue
if
whatever.
about
Keyshawn
why
That's
he
take a
ducking
Crazy.
different
somebody we know he
direction,
yeah,
can beat.
if
yeah.
Keyshawn
Hey,
It's
take a
real
Blaze.
different
talk.
direction by fighting
Hey,
somebody
Blaze.
else, because I'm
You
hearing
Keyshawn
guys
now
is
made
tripping.
Keyshawn is
statements
talking
that
about
he may
fighting
fight
Dalton
2 other
Smith.
people,
He
bro.
talking about fighting Lewis
Oh
Crocker
shit.
and everything.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat, I think it was Dankfather. He just posted that Keyshawn Davis got a new interview on what is he on? Shannon Sharp,
He want
saying
Crocker,
something
bro.
different, bro. Saying
Man,
He
something
want
listen,
different.
check this out.
Crocker.
Check this out. Yeah,
Hey,
that's the
Blaze.
only
Hold on,
fight.
Blaze.
Listen, hold
Blaze.
on. Listen to me. No. Let me
Yeah,
finish real quick and get
Blaze,
out the way. I'm gonna get out the
on
way. I'm a mute.
bullshit.
Hey, listen though. If he takes Lewis Crocker, then that's for the Devin fight because he beats Lewis
Yes.
Crocker and it's unification. That's the
Yeah, it's
only
not
way.
smart for
That's
him to
the
go
only
fight
other
Devin
fight.
first, bro. That's a bad
Yeah.
business move.
But when I'm telling you, it'll be both Devin and Keyshawn agreeing to that, and I can respect that. Listen, bro, I'm not. Listen, what I'm telling you is the fight's gonna happen because I'm watching. They're putting the
Who said it
negotiation in
wasn't? We
4K
said
for
not
us.
next.
Hey,
Okay,
Blaze.
look,
That's what I was
but
about to
look,
say. Hold on, Blaze.
What are you
Because
talking
I want
about?
I want you to understand. Keyshawn himself said he want to fight Devin Haney 2026, but he want to
yeah.
fight another champion first. He's not
Look,
going
look,
for
look.
Devin right now. No, hold on, let me finish.
Okay, and I
You cut about
listen
30
to me
people
though.
off. Hold on. No, you just cut
No, let me
everybody
just
off.
finish real
Let
quick.
me get this.
Hey,
Yo,
let me just get out the way. Let me
y'all.
just get out the way.
Nah,
Let me just
Hold
get
Blaze,
out
on.
the
not
Let
way.
me get
yet,
this super
Blaze.
chat.
Listen
Hold
though, let
on,
me just
bro.
make one
Hold
point.
on, bro.
Look,
No, let me get this super chat
Blaze,
real
all right,
you
quick.
got
You know,
30
Flyer. Go
minutes.
ahead, Flyer.
shout out to
I'm just
Isaiah.
trying to get out
You
the
know,
way, bro. I only got one statement to
you could
say.
get out the way after this. Shout out
Yep.
to Isaiah in the super chat. He super chatted $2. He said Key will take his first loss to Devin. Let's be honest. That's what the man
Okay,
said,
look.
man. You heard what the man
Hey,
said?
Cash, last me and my family for the rest of our lives. I'm rich, bitch.
I'm not missing. Hey, y'all. I'm not missing the
And
only
we got more
exception.
people on the panel too. Go ahead, land your
I'm
plane,
about to get
Blaze.
out the
Go ahead.
way. I'm about to
Go
get out the
ahead.
way. Listen, that is the only exception to Devin not fighting Keyshawn next is for Keyshawn to fight Lewis Crocker, get the belt at 147 and unify. It's a bigger fight, but they're going to be talking about the fight during that fight. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they got to fight. Well, then look, I'll change it. They got to fight in 2026 or Devin's the duck because he's A side.
So if Devin take a
Period.
bigger fight than Keyshawn,
Well, hold on, Ray. Let me kill
You're
this
right.
match.
Can
You're
I
right,
say
Ray.
something?
Bro, you
You're
just
right,
said
Ray.
you
If he
landed your
take a bigger
plane.
fight,
You
if he
just
take a
landed
bigger
your
fight,
plane. You
yep.
just landed your plane. Let me go and let somebody else go real
Can
quick.
y'all hear me?
To kill that narrative,
Yeah. We hear
we
you,
got
Joseph.
All right.
we got Turkey himself.
All I'm
Turkey
saying
himself
is,
said
Keyshawn, he keep like flip
Hold
flopping.
on, Joe. Hold on, Joe.
Oh, my
Bullet
bad, my
talking.
bad.
to kill that narrative. Turkey himself says Devin Haney ducks no fight. We bring a name to him. He say, let's get it. If Turkey bring the fight to Devin Haney already said, let's get it. If Turkey bring the fight, I don't even think he got to bring it to Devin. He got to bring it to Keyshawn. Turkey got both of these guys' numbers. We know this. Devin Haney already said, let's get it. Keyshawn talk about another fight, then Devin Haney. So if the fight don't happen next, you can't say Devin Haney dug it. Devin Haney said, let's go. If he don't
I
fight
know.
Keyshawn, that
You're
means Devin
right.
Haney trying to go for another belt.
You're right. I don't
That's
think
it.
Keyshawn turns down the fight, even when he talks about the options that he talk about. But that's what I'm talking about. Both of them's on duck watch because they should be fighting next, unless he fights Lewis Crocker for unification. And then I can't be mad if Ray say what he say and he
Yeah, he
fight
gonna
like
fight
Boots or
Dalton Smith,
somebody.
bro.
Should Devin fight like
He ain't
Boots or
fighting no
somebody or
Devin
some
Haney.
bigger bag? That's it. But what
Yo,
I'm telling
He
you,
yo
the
gonna
let,
fight
fight
gotta
let,
Dalton
happen
Smith.
next.
let me
bro.
put
What are you
Isaiah. Let
talking
me put
about?
Isaiah on the panel. Salute, bro.
Yo, could y'all hear me?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, this,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
hey,
We
hey,
hear
Yo,
hey,
you.
yo,
y'all, this
yo,
nigga right here, man. Don't let him say nothing crazy.
bro,
Hold
relax,
on. Let Isaiah talk.
relax, Rich. I'm not doing nothing, bro. You just love to D-ride me, bro. I know. I get it. But nah, look, I just want to jump
Oh, they
on real.
got beef.
Nah, we don't got beef, bro. I'm a youngin, bro. Rich, an old head, bro. He trying to beef with a youngin, but it's all good. It's all good, bro. But nah, I just want to say that I don't like Keyshawn no more from all the antics he did, and I'm not gonna sit here and just like defend him because he was calling out Devin and he said we could do it right away. So what was the purpose of saying, yo, I want Devin next, and then you next day jump on an interview with Shannon and say you don't want Devin, you want somebody else. So what is it? And Blaze over here saying he want to do a unification. How do you know that? How are we so sure
He didn't
that
say
he's
that though. He
standing
just
his
named
head?
his options.
Nah, it ain't no option. I just feel like he knows. He knows if he goes up to 147, he's gonna lose because Dev is already acclimated at 47. And people saying Keyshawn could knock out Dev. I don't think he can. Dev, I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, people say he might do the clinching shit and the jab, but that stops a lot of people from actually getting their shit off. Like I remember when
It's a tactic. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good tactic because, and I'm not gonna lie. Like at first, I don't respect Devin outside the ring, but inside the ring, he's a great fighter. Like he can actually box. He could really box. And what's crazy is everyone was saying that B Norman was gonna knock him out. And I remember I had told someone, I was like, nah, I don't think Brian Norman's gonna be able to get his shit off, and he didn't. He couldn't. I feel like he would handicap Keyshawn the same way he did B Norman and his abilities. But I mean, that's just something that like I've seen Devin do in the past. Aside from the whole Ryan thing, like we got to see that back for sure. Because I think Devin went into that fight with emotions. I don't think he went in there like how he normally does. So I feel like this second time come around, if we actually get that fight, he beats Ryan the same way he beats Brian Norman. But if Keyshawn decides to just shoot up to 47, he will take his first loss. I'm 100% sure he will take his first
Hashtag
loss.
Osterine. You landed. You landed, Isaiah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go
hey,
ahead,
hey,
Rich.
hey,
He didn't
hey,
say
hey,
nothing crazy.
nah, he ain't saying nothing crazy. But when he get over to that old nigga channel, he'll be in the chat saying a lot of stuff crazy. The
Like
nigga
what, Rich?
KQ,
Like
KQ.
what?
I put money on it. If
No,
he
like
start
what?
talking about Devin or Shakur, anybody, he be the
No,
main one in the chat saying
no.
some
I
crazy shit.
never
But that's
talked
cool
about
though, man.
Hey,
Devin, bro.
That's
we
cool.
gonna
I
go by
never
what
talked
That's
we
about
the
Devin.
conversation we
that's
having
that's
now
cool.
today, y'all.
That's cool though.
Exactly, Rich.
But I think
Nah.
but
Hold on, Rich. Hold on. Yo. The only reason you're upset is because I said something about Shakur, and you're still upset, bro. You're like a fangirl. Like, get over that. Bro,
Oh man.
Shakur had a beautiful performance, and I don't got nothing negative to say. What?
right. Right.
What, bro?
Hey, what
And
I was about to say,
plus two, I was one of the people that said Shakur is gonna outbox Tio. So what?
hey, cuz you a hater, man.
Okay,
It's all
let's
good
go,
though,
Rich.
man.
Where
It's
you
all
at?
good. Hey, what I was about to say. No,
Hey, say something bad about
like I
Shakur.
told you yet, like I told you yesterday about Keyshawn, man. I think that this fight is the easiest to make because they both under that turkey wing, and I don't think they both gonna be turning down no money. That's gonna be changing. You know what I'm saying? Changing their lives. And I don't think Devin ain't turning down shit with when it comes to fighters in general. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it makes sense. If it makes sense, so. I think, like I said yesterday, Eddie Hearn, I think he gave him a promise. You know what I'm saying? I think he gave Keyshawn a promise, yeah, fight Lewis Crocker, or you could fight Devin Haney. That's what got Keyshawn all happy and jumping up and down. You know what I'm saying? Man, I think that fight gonna happen this year. I really do. And when it does happen, I got Keyshawn edging it out. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
think
my
it'll be smart.
my
I
thoughts
got
my
Keyshawn
thoughts
stomping
can't
Crocker.
my thoughts I'm not talking about Craig, I'm talking about Devin Haney. But my thoughts could change, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when it comes to that shit. But I
Hey,
do
Rich,
think that
Eddie
fight
Hearn is officially his promoter. No, I ain't gonna
huh?
cut you off. Is Eddie Hearn officially his promoter?
Eddie Hearn who promoter?
Keyshawn.
No, I think Eddie Hearn got a lot to say so with the way Top Rank moving right now with Keyshawn. I think Eddie Hearn's definitely in his ill. Definitely, I don't know what's going on, but I think that he got a lot. Like, ain't no way Eddie Hearn just come out of nowhere and say, "Yeah, you and Devin Haney will be a good like." He said something like that, right? A tweet or something like that.
I don't know, bro.
He said He said Keyshawn Devin Haney. He said something like that. So
Oh, you
I
mean
think.
who you talking about? Devin Haney tweet? Devin Haney
No,
told Keyshawn, let's do it.
No, Eddie Hearn put that out there like a month ago, like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Eddie Hearn
Oh
put
yeah, that's subject to change
Keyshawn,
by.
Keyshawn Devin Haney. But yeah,
Honestly, I feel Eddie needs to stay in the British market because he doesn't know how to market American fighters in the American market. To be honest,
He's
like
been doing well, in my opinion.
What
not
with
He need
Boots?
more
consistently
promotion for
enough.
Boots.
With the exception for Boots, you think? No, I don't think so. Listen, it ain't
I mean,
Eddie
that's the
Hearn's.
number one
It
guy.
ain't Eddie. Hold on, it ain't Eddie Hearn's problem that people don't want to fight the guy. Eddie's tried to make the fights. He's not going to lose money to try to get Boots a fight, and I think Boots
I'm
understands
gonna
that.
use a perfect example of this. He doesn't
Okay.
know how to promote.
Oh
He
my
does
God.
not know how to promote BAM, really, in the
He doesn't
United
know how to
States.
promote Bam.
Nah, nah,
Bam's been
nah.
doing nothing
Bam,
but making good fights
yeah,
and been on the great cards that he's been
Bam is a
on.
champ
Bam's
right
making the
now.
money he needs to make. You
Yeah,
don't
No,
got
he's
to
super
because
listen.
popular
what
though.
I'm trying to say, he doesn't.
Hold
He's
on. Listen, when you guys, I think you guys miss a whole point of the whole boxing agenda of paying these fighters. You know, they got to book an arena, right? They got to pay these concession people. They got to pay security. They got to pay these TV production people. They got to pay all these people out, right? Then you still got to pay the fighters. So the A side or the top main event going to get the most money. Then the co-main is going to get the second amount, vice versa, depending on who the fighters are. Then you got all these undercard fighters you got to pay, and you got to pay the prelim fighters. So it's and managers and all these other people that are involved in this. You guys think it's just, oh, we're gonna pay the fighters this amount of money and that's it. Bro, it's a lot of people to pay out. So when the people tell you that certain budgets don't meet the criteria, understand when you talk business, talk about the whole business, not just the fighter's business.
no,
And that's where I think you guys mess up a lot when you
yeah,
talk
no,
about
no. I'm not talking about
No,
the money
they're
and what
not
you're talking
investing in
about.
marketing and making Bam a main event. He's still
No,
undercard. He
no,
should be main event.
but Ray, what I'm talking about specifically is how he's been marketing him in the United States. Why not continue instead of moving him to Philadelphia, which he doesn't have an established fan base, and stay build his fan base in Texas and have him main event fights in San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and Houston,
Mhm.
and then expand
He
in the
did,
into
bro.
the
Where you been
Southwest
at?
in
Where's
like
hey,
where's
hey,
the
Arizona
last
and
fight
stuff
at?
like that
hey,
He
first.
hey,
Where's
literally
the
Ray,
last
been
fight
doing
at,
that. Where you
Antonio?
been at?
Answer
hey,
me.
Ray,
Hold on,
hey,
y'all.
Ray,
Hold on, y'all.
hey, Ray.
I also want to talk about, Keyshawn Davis with these other fights too, because it's not just Devin. He still expressed that he want to fight Dalton Smith. You know, you got Gary Antoine down there. I think that'll be a good fight. That's my, one of my
He
personal
ain't fighting
favorite
yet.
people for him to fight.
I
What
want to
y'all think
see.
about that? Him and Dalton Smith.
Nah, flyer. Hold on though. Remember, because Keyshawn is Shakur's mandatory at 140.
Yeah, but we know they not fighting though.
Well, then
How
somebody got
about
to
how
move.
about Dalton versus Shakur?
That's what's gonna happen next in the UK.
No, who versus Shakur?
It's gonna
Dalton.
be Dalton and
That's too
No,
Shakur.
easy for Shakur.
Shakur going
Too
back down to
easy.
135. Yeah.
Nah.
What he
Nah,
said,
back
Nah,
down
look,
there.
135.
Now look, Shakur should go up and fight Conor Ben because I at 47, I think he would cook
Hell
Conor
no.
Ben. Nah,
No,
bro,
man, that's weak. With a
bro.
rehydration cause, that's weak.
No, it's not weak.
Yo,
Yes,
I
it
honestly
is.
think
That's weak
he
as
got a
hell.
point there because
Listen, check this out.
Shakur getting the ace, becoming the ace side. I
Bro,
think
it's
that's a step in the right direction
yeah,
by
That's
beating
exactly.
by
But
going up
Wembley,
there
yes.
and
Man,
beating Conor Ben
Conor
without a
Ben
Okay.
rehydration clause and making them look stupid like he did.
bro,
Well, here's
Conor
the
Tia.
Ben
thing.
no,
Conor
packs
that's
Ben
out.
does
weak.
nothing
Here's
for
the
his
biggest
career,
point. Here's the
bro.
biggest problem with that,
Nah, Conor Ben
right?
packs out stadiums and out
Man,
there, and
Conor Ben
Yeah.
only
Okay.
sold 2
But here,
fights. Stop it.
right.
bro, but he's been
Hold
selling
on,
fights.
man.
That's
The
weak.
No,
UK
he
loves
What,
hasn't.
Woodley.
the
He
point you
came to
guys are
Miami
missing
and didn't
is
sell a soul.
the point
Damn,
you're missing
bro,
is he will sell out, and it would be a big fight in England at Wembley, right? But here's the
that shit
thing.
would be a big fight.
Here's the thing. The problem with that fight is that Conor Ben has already reached out to Rolly, and he's been trying to make this Rolly fight for the last month and a half. And they already had them on record saying that they're going to fight each other. Eddie Hearn's already saying before the fight yesterday that they're in talks with the conversation since the ring gala for the Ring Magazine Awards. So we can assume that can happen next, and maybe it will because there's nothing set in stone yet.
Nah,
But
bro,
I'm
Shakur
pretty
is
certain
a
that
bigger
Conor
fight.
Ben is going to fight Rolly Romero.
Nah, bro, Shakur is a bigger money fight because if you think about it, Shakur, he knows what he's doing, and say he's able to get that.
He got the momentum and the traction
Hey,
Bro,
right now.
what
that
makes you
shit,
think Connor's gonna agree to that dumb shit?
exactly. That shit is gonna elevate Shakur to the next level. If he goes up to
That
47,
shit ain't gonna do
bro,
nothing for
What
yes
Shakur.
it
makes
is.
you think
Yes
Connor's
it
gonna
is,
do that?
Listen,
bro.
Connor's
No,
not doing that dumb
I
shit.
think he got a point there though.
Bro,
so
if Shakur shoots up to 47, dust this Conor Ben, makes him look stupid, same way he does
It's
again,
not
Tia. He
happening
jumps
with a
back down
again,
to
you
rehydration
keep
35,
clause.
saying
40.
you keep
He's a
saying
money
you
fight.
think, bro. You keep
No,
saying you
He's a
yeah,
money
think, you
fight.
think, you think
but
all
no,
this
but
is
what I'm
going to
telling you
happen.
is
I
this is
like
why we're
But
Shakur,
saying
but
here's
I
the
think the
facts.
match
Hold
is
Shakur is
on, hold
$140
weak.
on.
for
I
him.
was speaking. I was
Bro,
speaking.
Shakur
Here's
just
the
made a
fact. Yo, here's the facts, right? The facts is they're in negotiations with Eddie Hearn reaching saying that they're going to be fighting Rolly Romero.
well, I don't
Number
believe it.
two.
I
Hold
don't
on, number
believe it
two.
until it's signed
So
in
number
paper
two, since
because
you
I don't
were
believe
throwing
it,
the
bro.
word think out,
I don't
what
believe it.
100% guarantee do you have Shakur goes up and beats Conor Ben, who is a bigger fighter,
What do you mean?
especially
It's
Okay,
without
not
a
happening with
rehydration
a
clause?
bro,
rehydration
Conor Ben
clause.
is not
Especially
that
without
big.
a rehydration clause. What
Shakur,
possesses you to think
bro,
that?
Shakur's walk around weight, Coach Real exposed and said Shakur's walk around is 48 to
Yeah,
50.
but he won a rehydration
He
clause. You
was
We
can't
bigger
get
don't
than
care
past
about
that.
150
that.
when
Yeah,
he
that's what
was
I'm
in the fight
saying.
with T.
Connor's
What are you
not.
talking
Listen,
about?
listen.
He
Bro,
got to
so
do
Did
it
you
then
with
just
no
hear me
But
talk?
rehydration
Connor walked
clause.
around at
Hold up, real quick,
160,
real
168,
quick.
bro. What do you
Hey,
mean?
real quick. Hey,
so then why not
real
go
quick.
up? Why not
No,
go
real
up,
quick.
bro?
Hey,
This shit will
listen,
elevate him.
listen.
No, it won't. It
Shakur,
ain't gonna
Everybody's
do
saying
shit
it's
hold
for
up,
his
not.
real.
career.
You guys are tripping. Shakur will come back a bigger star. He'll be
This
Hold
shit ain't
up,
he'll
gonna
be
do
hold up,
nothing
I'm
hold
for
up,
him.
muting
bro.
y'all.
myself.
Let me
He
just get
will
one
get
point
big
in.
paydays.
Just
He
one
gonna be in the
point.
same position.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he
Bro, he
will.
goes
Connor
up there,
ain't
Hey, real quick.
beats
Connor
Conor
ain't no
Ben, comes
star.
back. People are gonna want to fight him because they're gonna be like, damn,
Yeah,
Shakur just went
whatever.
up to 40.
He
He
gonna
jumped
be
up
in
to
the same
47.
position,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
No, he's
Jonathan, if he
not.
beats Conor Ben, that says a lot because he's a big star
hey,
across the
hold up real
globe.
quick,
Man,
You
y'all.
got to
Connor
get out
Ben
of the,
ain't
you got to
Hold
Connor
up
get
real
out
Ben
the
ain't
quick.
shit.
no.
Connor
Listen,
Ben
But
ain't shit.
outside the U.S. market, Conor Ben is a big
man,
name and he sells a lot,
Yeah,
so he
whatever.
would be a bigger
He
star
sold
globally.
2 times, but
man,
now he
listen, but
sold
listen
more.
though. Hold up.
There, the fight's over!
A weak move.
Hold
Shakur
on, y'all.
said,
Let
"I
me run
want
it a
you to
little
have."
bit. Let me
Oh my
regulate it.
god.
Hold on. Let me pick Ray. You cook for a while, and then we gonna go to Blaze,
Let
and
me
then
go.
we
I
Let
gonna
me go after
listen, man.
Jonathan.
You can hurry up and
then
pass it
we
around.
gonna.
I'm just going to tell you what I've been saying. What I'm trying to explain to you is that there's a lot of things that we're just saying off because we watched the fight recently, bro. We're living in the moment. We got to look at the whole thing of boxing, right? We got to look at what these guys did in certain fights, what they've learned, what they adjusted to, right? We have to look at those things. But at the same time, we keep building on the moment. And it's not a problem with that. I'm a fan too. So I'm excited to see some of these fights that we're talking about. But we also have to understand that Rolly and them made a fight already, bro. They're talking. They're in negotiations. There's an offer made.
They
So we
made
have
a
to
fight,
wait
and
for
so
that
that
to go
just
through.
stand.
If that doesn't go through, then we can see the Shakur fight possibly happen next. But Connor's not going to sit and wait another 3 or 4 months to make a fight with Shakur when he has to get himself ready for a fight and have his little fight in between. So we have to be respectful of that as well.
So we'll
So
see.
if
We'll see.
he said, "Let me talk." So I'm about to land the plane. Another thing is the whole international thing is much
What the
bigger than the
fuck?
United States, bro. And we have to get ourselves out that bag. We're thinking that whatever sells here, bro. That's what we choose to see. But when this thing goes global, when you're fighting somebody like a Conor Ben overseas, that's more money in Shakur's pocket. That's bigger star power in Shakur's pocket. So if he goes over there and wins, he will be a much bigger star. I'll land my plane.
Hey, let me go to Blaze. Blaze, what you got? And then we go on to Rich after that.
Yeah. Listen, the problem with
I
this is
thought it
this
was
is
me then, Rich.
dumb. Hold on, it was me. Hold on, let me get out the way real quick. I'm not gonna be very long. This is dumb. You think Connor's gonna do what he did to Eubanks to fight Shakur? You're an idiot if you think he's gonna accept any type of rehydration clause. And then last I checked, hey, Connor ain't no fight nobody. They claim he was a duck at 147 and he was cheating. So what makes you think, oh, this will raise Shakur stardom and all that? You think Connor's gonna do what Shakur said, and that's why I love him in the ring. I like him in the ring. Real talk, he's my favorite fighter in the ring. But when whatever comes out his mouth, I don't stand on. You don't yell after you win, hey, I want you to take a rehydration clause and be half dead like you did Eubanks and fight me when I got the best skills in the world. That shit sounds sorry. And
All right.
Shakur says the darnest things, but that's why that fight's not happening because Connor's not gonna take that
Conor
fight.
Ben already agreed on a video,
Yo,
bro.
yo, let hold
Yeah,
hold
yeah, yeah.
hold,
Yeah,
hold
he's a
on, y'all.
duck.
Let
I
me
don't
go. Let
believe
me
him.
go to Jonathan Jackson because I think it was him and then Rich after him.
No, I'm gonna let the big homie Rich go. I'll go after him.
Go ahead,
Nah,
Rich. You
nah,
got
nah,
it.
nah, nah. I ain't no big. Go ahead, Jonathan. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, man, I agree with Blaze, man. Blaze is 100% right, bro. This fight is not gonna happen, bro. Conor Ben not taking that with a rehydration clause. He already said it. He already said if he want to come up to 147, and he got to fight me at my full potential. He already gonna have to cut what 30 pounds to get down. He big as hell. Not like
Yeah,
big and
Connor walked around at
hold on, bro.
170.
Hold on, bro. Yeah, bro. He already super big. He ain't coming down like that. In this fight, I don't know what y'all think this is gonna do for Shakur, bro. Connor is not this mega superstar. How y'all think he is? He sold 2 fights with a dude because of their daddies, bro. He not like that, bro. He not just selling with anybody.
Hey, go ahead, Rich. You went Rich.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I agree with Blaze, but I don't be agreeing with Blaze sometimes when he say Shakur be saying the crazy things because what Shakur said is not crazy at all. It's just wild that he said it. It's just some
It's
wild shit
weak,
that he said.
Rich.
But
It's
yeah,
weak,
it's weak.
Rich.
It's weak, but he's still standing on what he's saying when he say something like that because that's what he believe in. Even though we don't believe in it, we don't like it. I don't like it that he talked about some rehydration clause and shit like that. But that's what he's standing on. So I can't sit there and say I don't believe him. You know what I'm saying? That he would make that fight happen.
Again,
Yeah, I
I
think
take
he.
nothing away from his skills. I'm gonna have
Hey,
him favor whoever he fights next, but I'm
But
not standing on
but
that weak ass shit
but
you
no no
saying
no
right
no
now.
no. I'm definitely not. I definitely don't want to see it. I definitely don't give him no credit for it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Jonathan saying that, Jonathan, y'all both saying that he won't gain nothing, gain no traction if he fight Conor Ben. Man, if he do what he did to Tio or knock him out or something like that, I think he would. And he do that in that Wimbledon Stadium, whatever that stadium is out there. I think it's definitely gonna do numbers. And then another thing, UK boxing fans is different than out here. So maybe you saying it because out here, but they definitely gonna support Conor Ben just because he's fighting a US native. You know what I'm saying? So
What
I think
traction
it
he gonna
definitely.
get from fighting a D level fighter?
yo,
No, I'm not saying. I'm
yo,
not
let
saying. I'm
yo.
not. I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying. Just. I'm
And,
not just saying like out here. I'm just saying of who the person is. It's like Ken Boses is somebody in Australia. That's how Devin Haney got. I ain't gonna sit there and say he got a bunch of fans
and
from that, but they came out to support. They came out there to. I
Hey,
don't know
let,
how
let's
to
hey,
not
explain it.
fall
let me
into
go
this
to
I think.
trap.
let me go to Anthony Manzano, bro. And
Yeah,
then we
no,
gonna go to
Jonathan,
Isaiah after that.
let's not fall into this trap. We did it with Devin and Ryan. Everybody said Ryan was not going to beat Devin because Devin is a high level fighter and Ryan was basically a C level guy. Like let's not fall into this trap with Connor and Shakur if they fight because they're Connor can get lucky and do what Ryan did against Devin. I'm not
With
I'm not bringing
Oscarine.
it. I'm not going to bring up the steroids thing, but I think Ryan's
when you bring up Ryan's situation with Devin, you gotta
It's
bring up
on
the
his
you
it's on
can't
his jacket,
you can't
man.
you
It
can't
can't he
you
can't get
can't
away from it.
I'm not like I keep saying, I'm
no,
not
but
no
what I'm
Devin
saying
super Devin fan,
I
but
in
you
my
gotta bring
leading
up
up
the
to that fight,
steroid
I
stuff.
felt Ryan's
You
style was
have to.
a bad matchup for Devin, to be honest.
Yeah, but he messed it all up with the PEDs, so it's on his jacket now. So we
It
carry it
ain't
like
Yeah,
even
that
no,
over
no,
here.
it
but
ain't
what I'm
even
saying is we
it
can't
ain't even
fall into this trap saying these fighters are not at the same level because I believe Connor has a chance, a legitimate chance to beat Shakur just because he's a natural 147 fighter.
He
Let's be
got much of
honest.
a chance as you got to
Hey, yeah,
beat
hey, yeah,
Shakur.
hey, your opinion is your opinion, bro, and it's respected up here. Let's go to Isaiah. What you got, bro? And then we gonna go to Too Rich because he just popped up on the channel. Salute to you, Too Rich.
oh
What's
man.
going on?
Nah, yo, look, and all like I get
So
it.
Rich
Conor
about to
Bennett's a
switch the
bigger fighter.
conversation up. Watch this.
I get it. I get it. Conor Benne's a bigger fighter, but after seeing what Shakur did to Tio, that shit was a mismatch. And Shakur said something really important. He said that in an interview a couple years back, he said, I study film all day. And he brought that shit up again. And he said, I think he said during his post, he said, yeah, watching film really helps. And I do believe he's a student. So that's what made him more superior. Like, and I do believe his abilities could take him up to 47 and dog walk Conor Ben, because if we see the Conor Ben that fought Eubank, the first fight, it's a wrap, bro. It's like Rich said, if he knocks him out, I feel like that shit will elevate him. And I get it, like that's a UK fan base, but a lot of us do watch those UK fights during the day, and that's all I got to say for now.
But does
Two,
Shakur's
two.
power translate up to
Yes, bro, he hurt Tio like a couple times. So
Yeah.
so what? So what if Shakur didn't finish Tio? He hurt him. So that tells me that if he goes up and he really fights Conor Benn and Conor makes a mistake and he misses and Shakur hits him with a shot, and if he knocks him out, that shit would elevate him. And when he comes back down to
but
30,
was Tio really known for his chin? Is my question. Was
Yes.
We don't know, but we don't know. But yo, let Too Rich get in there. Salute, bro.
Hey, what's going on, freaking? What's going on, panel? Now, I was listening, man. All I was gonna add was that it's an interview after the fight. I think Blue Blood got it on his channel. Conor Ben saying he ain't taking no hydration clause. And you gotta think about it like this, man.
Nice.
Eddie Hearn, yeah, these fighters don't make their own decisions, man. Eddie Hearn is not putting his fighter in the ring with Shakur or Devin. If you don't know it, he ain't trying to put Lewis Crocker in the ring with Devin. He ain't trying to put Conor Ben in the ring going after the weak links. Cause Conor Ben in the UK is a star. He's in the same position as Tank in a sense in the UK. You see what I mean? So
Bro, you breaking up and transforming real bad,
That
bro.
yeah,
that
I'm
nigga
trying to
overdoing it,
I'm
man.
trying
That
to
nigga
say this
overdoing it.
interview saying he wasn't
That
gonna
nigga
take the fight.
overdoing it now.
Go ahead. You still got the floor, Rich. Too Rich. You just was breaking up. Hopefully, it's clear
No,
now.
all I was saying was the interview saying he wasn't gonna take the fight. I'm just saying Eddie Hearn ain't trying to put his fighters in there with Devin or Shakur, man. Just look at what's going on. He's not gonna do that. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
facts
Anybody
right
else
there.
got anything else? Got something to chime in on that? If not, we just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
move on.
I
I
do.
I
I
I,
want
I,
Shakur to stay away from that Conor Ben fight. That shit is ass. That does nothing for him. What he need to be doing is trying to fight Gary Russell after this Hiroka fight. If Gary Russell win, that's the fight he need to take. Fuck
Hey, I like that,
135.
man.
Ain't nothing for him at 135. Nobody's there. That's a big name. Go for Gary Russell Hey, go for undisputed at 140. Make Keyshawn go up to 147 and fight Crocker so he can get out your way. Say I ain't playing patty cake.
How about him versus Pitbull?
You
Man,
know,
Pitbull
No,
ain't
Pitbull
shit.
in the way, man. Pitbull in the
man,
Pitbull
man,
ain't
way.
fuck that
nothing.
nigga a
That's
gatekeeper,
that's a
man.
downgrade.
That
Or
nigga a
no,
gatekeeper. I was about to
how
say,
about him versus Dalton
I
after
was about to
Dalton
say,
unifies the
that's why
WBC?
I was that.
He already got the
I think
WBC.
that'll be a good.
We want Dalton to
I
unify with what
think
Hitson or something?
No, unify with
nah.
Pitbull, who has the interim title in his sanctioning body.
I think Dalton Smith would be
That
a
ain't no
good fight,
unification.
man,
That's basically like
especially
a
in the UK.
mandatory fight in the WBC champion.
I think Dalton Smith be a good fight in the UK. Gary Russell, if he definitely knock this nigga out, get him out the way, I think that'll be a good fight somewhere out here on the East Coast.
Yeah, so that's it, yo. We can move on to this next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, we saw Shushu do what he did. You know, people saying that that's candidate for knockout of the year. Some people saying that is the knockout of the year, but I say it's the beginning of the year. So we got a lot more boxing. Hopefully, that's going to take place. But hey, man, y'all already know how I feel about them lower weight classes, man. It's only 4 pounds, man. Why can't we get Monster versus
Nah,
Shushu
but
or something like that,
what
man?
my bad. Shit,
Go
that
ahead, you
man
got
up.
it.
Nah, I was about to say,
You really
I keep hearing about Rafi Espinosa, whatever, and Shushu weight class. I keep hearing about him, right? I seen a fight. He throw a lot of punches. He look good. He look a little bit. I ain't gonna say he look like William Cepeda, but he look a little bit like I don't know. I don't see nothing really special about him. I don't really see nothing special. Well, who else in that weight class they got a belt?
he
Nick Ball,
big.
whatever his name
Yeah,
He
is.
Nick.
big, Rick.
Yeah.
That dude
Huh?
Espinoza big. That dude Espinoza big as hell.
Yeah. Special
Chill,
about them
bro.
niggas.
Chill,
But but
chill, frequent.
So yo,
but
so
I think
what y'all think about Monster though, man? I want to
Yeah.
see Monster do something, man.
Well,
I want
I
to see
think
Why
it's
want
going to
that
Sir
be
fight?
Rap a
Monster
lot do
versus
something.
Bam. That's the fight
Why,
they're going to be setting
okay,
up.
why do
right.
you want that fight,
No,
frequent,
Bam
bro?
too small because
Hold on,
people
Shushu
talking.
hold on.
not Shushu
Mm,
not ready, bro.
all
Yo,
right,
Shushu got ain't
hold
Shushu
on.
in the weight class above Monster?
I know.
He not ready
Let me
for
build
him.
yeah,
on it.
yeah,
Let
yeah,
me
yeah,
Hey
build
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
man, he
yeah, yeah,
should be
yeah, yeah.
ready, man. He said he
He
ready
ain't
for
No,
the people,
ready.
man.
All
listen.
right.
I
You
already
Nah,
gonna go
told
in
you.
there, go in there and get packed up,
I
bro.
ain't into protecting these
Hold on,
fighters,
man.
man. They
Hold
got
on,
they
I'm
got
man.
to
not
be
either,
nah,
special.
but I would rather see him unify with Nick Ball before fighting anyway.
Let me fight.
Shushu
Hold
ready.
on. Hold
Shushu
on.
damn
Let
near
me.
30 years old. Been in
Hold
the
on.
Yeah.
amateurs for so long.
That don't
You
mean
got.
nothing. I'm talking about his quality of
You got
fights. He just
regulated.
stepped up, got a belt. He did good, but he got you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Monster get rocked too, but shit,
Here's the problem with
I don't
that
think he
fight, right?
ready. That's just
Here's
me
the
personally.
problem.
Not yet. He need
Here's the
about
problem with
two more fights, one more fight.
frequent. We built on this earlier, and I told you I don't think Shushu is entirely ready for a Munster in a way, especially him just getting a title. Doesn't mean that he can't beat him. That's not a mistake. Like I said, the two. But I think the fight is a little too big for him right now, right? And I think it's even fight what Richard said, right? Espinoza is even a dangerous fight for Shushu right now. But if you're talking about the division, Lewis Neary is the Leo. No, Angelo Leo. Excuse me, Angelo Leo is the guy for Shushu. I think that's the fight he needs to go after. Nick Ball is in the fight right now. He already has his hands tied with Figueroa, so he about to lose his title. That would be another fight I'd like to see Shushu. I like to see, but
How big is Shushu way bigger than Bam? Are they only
no, they pro close to size. I mean, Shushu. What's
Hell
It's
Nah,
no.
only
Bam,
4
Hell
pounds,
no.
Bam?
yo. It's
Hold on,
only
Bam.
4
I'm
pounds.
sorry.
nah, he
Hold
like
on. I'm
It
10
sorry.
ain't
pounds. He
4
like 10
pounds
pounds
frequent. That's
bigger.
Hold
like
on. My bad.
that's
Hold
like
on.
8
Oh
pounds.
no,
That's
my
like
bad. I'm
8,
talking
9 pounds.
my bad. I'm not
In a
talking
way.
about Bam.
In a way,
I was
yeah. I
talking
got
about
confused.
Monster.
I got
4
confused too.
pounds.
You talk about Bam. Bam is like it's 12 pounds. So no, that's significant. I don't even want to see Bam in the ring with Shushu because Shushu probably gonna be at 130, 135 by the time
No,
Bam.
Bam too small for sure. I'm talking
Hold
about
on.
Monster in the
I
way.
know, but his to his question, I'm to his point. Shushu will be out the division by then. I think Shushu trying to unify 1 or 2 belts, maybe even look to go undisputed, which his claim to fame was. But I think he unifies, and he's older fighter, man. He's like 29 years old, so he's going to be really ready to get out that
That's
division.
why he need that Monster
That,
Inoue fight while the getting
No,
is good. I think this is the perfect
that's what
time
I'm
right
saying.
now.
That's what I
We
just said.
got
So
Monster Inoue. They say his skills is, he the one with the skills, so he
Rich,
should
but
be
I
able to
keep
do
on
that.
hearing that the promoters are trying to set up Bam versus Monster, not Shushu.
Freeman, I'll be back. I got
all right,
Man,
I'll
I
be
pretty
right
good.
back.
think,
Wait,
man,
All right, so
you
man,
trying to get your boy down the road packed up? I see.
man, I think
No,
Shushu,
wait,
I think Shushu got a good fight against him.
because Bam
I
and
feel I feel like that's an opportunity for him. I think a
Go,
fight I think a fight between him and Monster Inoue is not setting him up. I think that's giving him an opportunity because he showed up and showed out in his last performance. He's the weight
Yeah,
class
but
above Monster Inoue. So,
he need a
you know,
couple more 12. He need a couple more 12 round fights, bro.
for
He
somebody
not.
who's in a low weight class lower than him, come
Yes,
on,
bro.
bro. We can't be
We
making
don't have it.
excuses and
I'm not
coddling
making
these fighters,
excuses.
man. Let them
I'm
rumble.
trying to get him to beat Monster anyway. I don't want it just to be a good fight and he loses. I want
man,
him to win.
How
hey,
you
to be
so how
honest
you
with you,
so how you so
yeah, to be
sure that he
honest,
gonna lose, man? If
wait,
they make that
to be
fight
Bro,
honest,
in
it's
Riyadh or
the
something where he can't stack,
experience level. That's why. That's what I'm saying. Championship rounds. He
I think
just
Shushu, I think Shushu beat the shit out of them niggas that in a way fighting right now.
yeah, that's cool. But
I
anyway,
think he'll beat the shit out of them, man. He'll make it look just
anyway
like
got
anyway make it
championship
look.
experience though, Rich.
Yeah.
yeah, no, and for me, this
Just
is why I'm saying
But
let them
I ain't trying to
unify.
be I ain't
Let them
trying to
unify
I ain't trying
first.
I ain't trying to be racist or nothing, but Shushu black, man.
hey
I
I
man,
don't
get
look,
give a
that.
fuck
I
about
hey,
nothing.
look,
get that. That's cool.
I feel like once these fighters get titles, man, they fair game for fighting
Yeah,
whoever,
but
man.
Yeah.
can he
You a
beat a
title, you a champion now, man.
and
all
frequent.
right,
The
but
reason why I'm saying Bam versus Monster makes more sense than Bam versus Shushu versus Monster because Bam is already undisputed in 2
no, he's not
divisions.
undisputed. Bam never was undisputed.
I thought he was undisputed at 112 right now.
No,
Where you
I don't think so. I
be
think
at,
he had
bro?
three. I
He
think he
only
had
got
3
three
belts.
belts.
Oh, I thought he was
Hey,
undisputed already. Did he not?
hey, let me
No,
say this. Two things could
He's
be
3
true.
belt undisputed.
Hey,
I thought he was a 3
no,
belt
he
unified.
unified.
Okay,
hey,
I
but
thought he
look,
was
two,
unified undisputed already because I thought does he have one more belt at 112?
He need another belt.
Yeah,
No, but I
he
think
got
it's
3
more
belts, man.
realistic for Bam to fight Monster than Shushu because Shushu's gonna have to move down. Bam would have to
No, I'm
move up,
saying Monster
and
can move up. I'm saying Monster can move up.
I think Monster's limit is 122. I don't think he can move up.
Monster can go to 126 right now.
It's only
hey,
4 pounds, man. It's
check
only
this out.
4 pounds. That's my
Check,
whole argument.
No, but we
check.
forget Monster start at 105.
So
I think
Hey, but look,
we have to
hey,
be
look,
realistic on what
check
the
this out,
limit for these
check this
fighters
out.
are weight class wise because I
Hey,
think
look,
135 130 is going to be detrimental to his health. Even 126, I think 122 is his max realistically. I'm a
two
ba-
things could be true,
I'm
man.
a fan of
Two
both
You
things
Bam
could be
say
and
true,
Monster,
man.
and I
detrimental
feel
to his health, like
Monster's
he got to
God
lose more
damn,
weight.
shut this
No,
nigga
he's
up
getting
for
to
a
keep.
second, man. God damn.
He,
Hey, two things
he's
could be
getting to keep
true.
weight.
But look, two things could be true. Shushu might have a knockout a year
I
so
understand what
far.
you guys are
But
saying, but I think
before the
realistically the
he
knockout,
was
fights to look
talking.
at for
Hold on, brother. He
before
was talking.
God damn, man, shut the fuck up, man. Before the knockout that Shushu got, it looked like he was about to be stopped. It looked like he was about to be stopped. So I'm saying, I think anyway, stop Shushu right now.
What I'm saying. Like, can he get another championship fight first? You understand what I'm saying? Let him get some
I don't think
experience
so.
first.
I don't think so. A two rich, man. I think shoot you got a lot of experience, amateur experience. He got a lot of just who he is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep saying it because he's
And
black.
he was taking them shots funny though, man. He was looking funny when he was taking them
Hey,
shots, man. Y'all almost about to say he
look,
didn't go
hey,
down
two
weight
rich.
class.
No. All jokes aside, and I think they should do it in New York, and they should get perfect
Hell
drugs
no, he gotta
tested
go
for
to
his
he gotta
ass
go
too.
over there. He gotta go over there,
Nah.
Rich.
He need perfect drug
He
testing.
gotta go over there, bruh.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, the money gonna be over there though.
He gotta go where the stack gloves at, man. Not for real though, Rich. I think Shushu can beat him. Not right now though. I think he need another fight like Espinoza. I think Shushu beat Espinoza right now. Outboxed him 12 rounds. And then maybe another tune-up and then get Monster. I got Shushu there. But not right now. Not right now.
Anyway, gonna hit you in the face. You gotta have some defense, man. You gonna fight
Yeah,
anyway.
bro.
And Shushu
And
defense suspect, man.
Man, who have anyway been hitting in the face that's so brilliant? Y'all keep bringing up this nigga Stephen
bro,
Fulton. Stephen Fulton,
it's
to
not
me,
about
Stephen
who he
Fulton, I
fought.
know.
It's the
Stephen Fulton, I know. Disciplined fighter.
bro,
He one of them niggas. He one of them niggas.
bro,
Soon
all
as
right,
he get
Rich.
his check, he go outside, go to clubs, drink, and eat food, do all types of crazy ass shit. That
Hey,
nigga ain't
Rich,
no.
but how many
That nigga,
12-round fights
bro,
have anyway been in?
y'all trying to make it seem like the Inouye is like. I understand that
I'm not
he did what he did. He got the accolades. He did all this stuff. But y'all making it seem like Shushu ain't got no type of chance.
no,
Now I'm
he
looking at
said
how
that.
Shushu
He's
was
not
getting
gonna
hit.
And
How
and
he was getting
and
hit
and,
the other
and,
night. Shit.
Inouye going up to his weight class.
Yeah, that's
And,
all good and well, bro. But he still got more experience than Shushu, bro. I just want Shushu to get more experience. That's my whole thing.
but what how much experience you need? The nigga might be 30 years
Bro,
old.
he need two
The
more
nigga been
championship fights, bro.
the nigga been fighting. The
He
nigga
only
been
fought
fighting
in
since
two
he was a
12 rounders, bro.
he been
That's the same
fighting
thing
since
with
he was a
Keyshawn and
kid,
Dad.
man.
Keyshawn,
Yeah, man, that nigga been fighting since he was a kid, man.
Yeah, whatever.
That nigga
And
grew up.
Inoue has too, bro.
That nigga been in the same gym as Shakur, Devin, and all of
So
them,
what does
man.
that mean? He ain't Shakur.
Man, he got as much experience that he need. That's
No,
what
he
I'm saying
don't.
to you.
No, he don't. He's still young in the boxing game, even though he old as hell.
That nigga old in the boxing game.
He young in the boxing game, but he's old as hell by age.
I don't know, man. I got him
It
beating him.
is what it is, bro. And then he not no like this type of prodigy. He old, bro.
Hey, Jonathan, the only thing
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this that well, I agree with Rich is when it was our fighter, with Devin Haney, the man was no, he was 18 years old, calling out
Prodigy.
Lomachenko, and we was pushing for it.
Prodigy.
We was
Prodigy.
pushing for it.
Prodigy. Prodigy.
Hey,
Prodigy.
Chusha was in the Olympics, ain't it? He was in the Olympics and all that
Prodigy.
stuff,
Man,
right?
Shushu was in the same era as Shakur and them. They
He
all
ain't no
grew up in
goddamn
the same
prodigy though.
gyms. They all grew up together,
It, so you
Yeah,
saying
but we
doing
can't
Shushu?
call
with
him.
each
Hey,
other.
hey, hold on. No, hold on, Jonathan. But this is the thing, bro. Cause see, we got to keep it consistency around the board.
Hey, I'm keeping it
No matter,
consistent.
no matter if Dev is a prodigy and shoot, if you don't think Shushu a prodigy, he feel like he's a prodigy. He feel like he's the
He
best.
not. He too old to be
We
a
can't
prodigy.
coddle these fighters. We gotta
I'm
let
not
them go.
coddling him.
If you don't
Me,
give it to him now, then he's gonna outgrow Monster. He's gonna
all
outgrow
right.
him.
So
He's only gonna get bigger.
me wanting
Then
him
you'll
to do a
never get the fight.
unification. Wait, wait, hey, wait,
I'm
Rich.
asking.
Hey,
Oh,
Bullet.
go.
Me want him to do a unification where Espinoza is coddling him.
No, because that's a the thing is, all of these fights are dangerous. You see what I'm saying? You got to let these guys get it because you may believe he'll lose, bro, but when they get in that ring, you never know what if he hit. Anything can happen in that ring, bro. Any of these guys can get caught with a shot. You will never know
And,
somebody potential unless you see it. We have to
and he got
see
more.
it.
Hey, Jonathan, and he got more heart because I'm gonna say it again because he's black.
That's cool. I get that. Shit, we said Stephen Fulton was black. But
Nah,
look,
nah, 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 nah.
look, Rich though. He
Nah,
only
nah,
got
nah, nah.
what, two 12-round fights, I think, if I'm not mistaken, bro. He need about two more 12-round fights, bro. You need some more championship
Yeah,
experience.
but
And I'm not
the
saying
thing
send him in
about
there
it,
with no cupcakes. I'm saying use his 12-round fights for unifications. He
I
can
think
beat
Espinoza a
Espinoza.
more dangerous fight, though. I
Hell
think that's a
no.
more dangerous fight.
Hell no. He
I
just
think so,
big.
bro.
He just
yeah, I
He
think
big,
big,
so
but
bro.
too. I think
he
so too.
big and tall. The thing is, like we just said, Shushu get hit. I think he would be more likely to take a decent shot from anyway. The Espinoza, a guy that got that leverage and reach on him, that's putting some stake behind him,
That's
and
cool, but he can't
he
box
keep
like
punching.
that. He can't
You
box
saying he
like
I
can't
think
that.
that
box like that? Listen, guys like Shushu, you gotta look at the styles. Shushu can box, and he's slick, but he like to try to stand in front of you and do like kind of like the Shakur thing without the
I don't
shoulder
think he'll do
roll.
that with
He like this.
Espinoza.
I bet he will. He just did it his last fight. He
But
just
this
did it.
guy wasn't that long though. Espinosa's super long.
Yeah, but
He's
the
6 foot.
thing is, Espinosa don't even use his feet like that. Like I don't want to say that, but the Mexican guys, no disrespect, they don't have feet like that. And Shushu gonna want to go in there and get you, bro. He's one of them guys just like Keyshawn. They straddle that line of I want to
Facts.
be entertaining to the fan. I want to be entertaining to the fans and get knocked out. And when you straddle that line, you'll go out there and put yourself in position where I'm okay. I'll stand here a little bit just to show y'all. But you do that against somebody that got that leverage on that shot like that. They able to hit you because I think Espinosa kind of fight like Brandon Figueroa a little bit. They got like a similar style where they just punches and bunches. Yeah, strong, long punches and bunches. That's just what it is. I think that's a more dangerous fight than even though anyway is more.
But look what
We know
Robisi
overall
did,
he's a
bro.
better fighter.
Robisi had success against Espinosa, and I think Shushu way better than Robisi.
Yeah, but we seen goddamn anyway get dropped by other guys, bro. We
Yeah, that's
seen
cool
and shout out to Donaire. Donaire was older and damn near broke his jaw or broke his
Yeah,
nose.
but
That,
He
y'all
but
not
broke
that,
hearing
that's
anyway
what I'm
nose.
that's
saying.
hey,
Y'all not hearing what I'm
that's
saying
that's what
though,
I'm trying
bro.
to say to you. No, we hear what you saying. You saying that he need more experience, but you don't know
Just
that nigga
just
got
two
that
more
nigga.
fights, bro.
That's like saying Keyshawn need more experience for what you keep trying to say. You trying to save niggas like Keyshawn need more experience with Devin or
He
something like
do.
that. Nah,
He do.
nah,
If he
them,
go up there right now, he
nah,
gonna
them
get
niggas,
packed up.
them niggas. That's what you think, but
No,
that's what them niggas.
you know what? If they fight, you gonna see.
But yeah, they don't, I think the niggas need to get it in now. You know what I'm saying? I think Shushu, he's determined right now. You can see it in his eyes that he want that. He want that spotlight. He want that shine. I think if anything is best now for him
Hey, but if
because
Shushu want it, give it to him. If Shushu want it, give it
he
to him.
really wanted. He really wanted. And I think that's the fight that he been pushing for. He's sticking around at 126 full. Is all them niggas is waiting for anyway to move up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I
So
want him to fight
Yo,
another
my
champ
bad, y'all.
first,
My
bro.
phone died. My phone went from 4% to 0, like right away, and my phone died. I got booted out of this joint. I ain't even think y'all was still here, but I'm gonna put the link out there for Bullet Gibson. Go ahead, y'all finish cooking.
Yeah, but
yeah,
look, bro. I think
I
Shushu
just
got
I
a
just
chance to
think
beat him.
in a way is not no who's the best person in a way ever beat? Steve Fortson?
Donaire,
No, come on, man. He's
Donaire,
man. He's come on, man. All right,
Donaire, a
man.
legend. What you talking about, bro?
Man, I don't give a fuck. Them niggas legends at them weight classes, man.
Yeah, it's a small weight class, bro. But look,
From
bro, Rich,
126 and up,
Rich.
126 and up. That's
Yeah,
when
that's
it
where the
gets real,
smoke
man.
at. That's where the smoke at. I
Yeah,
agree with
man.
you. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like the low weights like that either. But
Yeah,
look,
Monster need to
Might
move
as well,
up,
like I keep
man.
saying on every panel, man. You might as well start putting Clarissa Shields inside the panel for fellas when you start judging them niggas.
yeah, but look though,
Niggas.
Rich. I'm not saying Chushu don't have a chance. What I'm saying is I don't think if they would fight next, like Shushu and Monster fight right now. No, I don't got Shushu. But if he get another fight with like an Espinoza and he beat him how I think he would, yes, I'm picking Shushu
But
after that. No,
you
hands
like, but
hands
like
down.
to like Too Rich saying, you making it seem like the Espinosa is like the set point. Espinosa might beat the shit out of Inouye.
Maybe,
He might beat the shit out of that man.
maybe.
Yeah,
He
so he
could.
not know you making it seem like he's the it like nah. I think Inouye is the nigga to go at, man. If he do come up there.
Hey, y'all tripping, bro. That I don't like. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't wait till
I
that
didn't
fight
talk shit
happen.
about
I
it in
can't,
a way
and I
too,
hope,
but
and
that
I
little
hope
motherfucker
Shushu
can
don't.
fight though. He can fight.
I think
Let
Shushu's Mr.
Inoue come here
Sagawa.
and fight, man. I
I
think it's a
think
whole
Sagawa
different
would be
story, man.
Shushu.
Oh, y'all know he can fight though, bro. Like he ain't just no
Yo, who
pushover.
I lost? Oh, Bullet fell out. But yo,
Or you know that too though.
no, man, I think that Inoue need to move up, man, and I think it's a big difference between him fighting in Japan, where they ain't gonna let him be Sir Rap a lot, know what I'm saying, he could come here or go to Riyadh, and so it could
All
be a
right,
fair
so
fight with no hand wraps
what
and
if
all
he
of that. And I think that's a
Vegas
good
and
fight.
what if he go to Vegas and wrap his hands? What you gonna say?
I'm that's what I'm saying. I think he should go. I think he need to fight him at in Riyadh or something. Let it be a big bag for both of them. In Riyadh
Frequent
season.
don't want him to go nowhere where he can double stack, because you can
Come
double
on,
stack in
man, sir.
Vegas.
Sir, rap a lot. Y'all try to act like I'm saying he that dude, but take them raps away and he can't stop nobody, man. I think Shushu probably knock him out, man.
I'm
Shushu
just
probably
saying
knock
that.
him
Hey,
out,
look,
man.
That's cool.
frequent. I think they should fight in New York, and they should get drug tested every week. They should
If
get
you
like
stack in
10.
New York,
Hey,
Huh?
Lance, they're saying your device not connected. It won't let me put you up there,
can you
Lance.
stack in New York or not? Frequent.
No, you can't stack in New York. You
You
can
said
only
you said
stack in Vegas and in Japan.
So what you gonna say if he take a little bit of eye strain, because it's legal in New York now?
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is. You got to be under the limit.
No, they said
no, it's
zero
not.
tolerance.
No, it's not zero tolerance.
No,
What's
I
your name
think
just
that
fought in
nah,
New York?
WBC did some shit. They pulled some shit off.
That was in
No,
New
it's
York, bro.
Yeah,
It's
they
still
changed it
zero
to zero
tolerance, man.
tolerance now. It's zero
What?
tolerance now.
Nah, Super just fought in New York. He was under the limit.
Yeah, but I know. But right after the Super L Matias situation, they changed it and they said it's zero tolerance now.
Yeah, they
So they
changed it.
just
Yeah, they
changed it for
did.
that fight.
After that,
Because it
he
was
changed
zero
it.
tolerance when Devin fought Ryan.
No, no, it was a limit because they said Ryan was 60 times over the limit.
Okay.
But yeah, now it's zero tolerance now. But they were, all the time, it's, you're responsible for what you put in your body. What you put in your own system, you're responsible for it. So you got to disclose your
And he
supplements
didn't double
so they
stack
can
with the dude
determine the
from
punishment.
he didn't double stack with the dude from Philly.
Yes, he did, man.
No, he didn't, bro. He said he
Yes,
was
he
gonna.
did, man.
They showed him wrapping his hands and everything. Stephen
Yeah,
14 said he
yeah,
didn't
and
double
he
stack.
stacked again. He stacked again.
Stephen 14 said he didn't stack.
Monster Inouye don't know how to not stack, bro.
Stephen 14 said he didn't stack. Because remember they
They
said you
didn't
got to
know. They didn't
re-wrap
know
it.
no better,
They
man.
was
I'm
in the
pretty sure they
locker
won't say
room.
that now.
So you saying they deceived them over there and still
Yeah,
double
man.
stacked?
Just like he tried to do it at Riyadh season, man. They told him that how he had to wrap his hands, and he still went and wrapped them back up. He stacked them again, man. Double, triple stack. So rap a lot.
Yeah, man. You gotta stop hating on
Lance, you
hand
gotta
wraps,
leave
man.
and then come back, Lance, because it say your device not connected, so it won't let me put you up there.
So I got a question for you, frequent. Where does Henderson go after he fights Duarte?
Hold on, my bad. What you say? I was trying to regulate something. What'd you say?
Where does Henderson go after he fights Duarte?
Man, Hitchison, I don't know if he need to go up to 147. It sounds like he do need to go up to 147. Him being scared of the rehydration clause for the IBF for certain people and all of that. He calling out Devin Haney. Devin Haney is a 147. So if you want to make some of those fights up there, go ahead up there and make things more interesting at 147. That's what I think Hitchison should do. He should move up. We know he don't want to fight. Well, he did say he'll fight Shakur actually, but I
Man,
don't see
nah,
that fight happening.
this nigga, I think he got a good chance with Devin Haney, but this clown.
Hey, Rich calling active squad members clowns? That's crazy.
Yeah, what happened? What happened? Who you talking about?
Yeah, Rich calling an active squad member a clown.
What? I think Rich fell out. He didn't get to say what
Nah.
he was saying.
Y'all get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Nah,
hear you now. What you
I
say?
said, this nigga Richard Richardson gonna sit there and say, it's my turn next, February 21st. Like he fighting somebody special. Fuck is he fighting on? Duarte?
No, Duarte. I think Duarte is a
Duarte?
solid opponent, man, because
He just beat
Duarte,
Kenny Sims.
yeah, and Duarte, he said Ryan cheated. He said Ryan was cheating, doping on him,
Then that
and
nigga
I
just have a
believe him
draw.
now. I believe him.
Then that nigga just have a draw fight. Duarte?
No,
Nah,
he stopped somebody, didn't he?
Nah,
Nah,
I
he
thought he
beat
fought in
Kenneth Sims. He
Chicago.
was beat.
He thought Chicago. He fought in Chicago, Illinois,
Yeah,
some
he
shit like
beat
that.
Kenneth Sims. He beat Kenneth Sims
Oh, okay.
in Chicago. That's a good fight, Rich. You tripping? He the active squad member. You hating on the
Man,
active
Yeah.
nah,
squad?
man, nigga, nah, that ain't no good fight. The way he talk, he making it seem. I mean, it's a good fight, but he making it seem like it's a name or somebody like nigga. You had all them niggas you could have fought.
Yeah, but you was cool when Shakur did it with Zapata. But he was hyping Zapata up like he was somebody.
Nigga, Duarte is not even nobody top five.
Yeah,
No,
Zapata was #1 in every sanctioning body
yeah,
there.
nah, Duarte, man, all them guys at 140.
No, but
Man, what?
I think Duarte is a solid fight for him though.
Who is he gonna
You know,
fight though, bro? Everybody else is locked up at 140.
no,
Gary
He could
Russell
have
is
fought.
locked up.
Gary Antoine there, right?
Yeah, he
No,
could have
he
fought.
got to
He could have
fight.
fought. He could have
He
fought. He
couldn't have
could have
fought
fought.
him.
He could have fought Jermaine Ortiz, man. But I feel like he was begging for too much money,
No,
and
he
niggas
couldn't
like,
have fought
man,
Gary
and
though.
niggas and niggas and them niggas like, man, niggas, man, this
Yeah,
nigga
bro.
tripping, man. Hey,
He had
call
no. He
Keyshawn
had
up. We
no
got
other.
other options. That's what
He
them
had
niggas
no
say.
other
Call
options, bro.
Keyshawn up. Call Keyshawn up. We got other options for this clown ass nigga.
Yeah, but
That's what
he
they
had
did
no.
to that nigga.
Bro, how you calling the acting squad member a clown, Rich? I'm appalled.
No, but he said he'll fight Shakur. So he said he'll fight Shakur.
When he say that, he
Man,
just said
they
he'll never fight him.
I don't know if he was playing, but he did say
Man,
he'll fight Shakur.
that nigga just
Yeah,
wanted
that
to
nigga was just
feel.
was talking about last month. Oh, I'd never fight Shakur. That's my brother. Both them
Man,
niggas, Keyshawn and him, just be saying that.
that nigga just wanted to sound like it sound different. He just wanted
Bro,
to
I'm
get
telling
out
you,
of.
bro. Them niggas think Shakur, he the guy, bro. They'll
Man,
never
them
cross
niggas
him.
look at Shakur as daddy.
That's facts. What do you need us to do?
No,
That nigga,
Hitchinson said he'll fight him. I think, man, Hitchinson
Man,
ready to fight him.
whatever.
that nigga know damn well he'll never fight Shakur, man.
Hey, Rich,
That
Shakur be
niggas look
giving
at
them,
niggas Niggas look at his
yeah.
daddy. He said, man, Shakur taught me everything when I was 12 years old, 13 years old. He took me to the basement.
If
Fucking
he want,
Yeah,
Keyshawn said that too, though. Key
then
was saying that kind of stuff too.
Richard
yeah,
Richardson
whatever.
said, man, Shakur knocked you out. Nigga, I said, look at them niggas fighting over Shakur,
Yeah,
man.
they
Them niggas
fighting over
gay, man.
Shakur. That's
All them
Hey,
crazy.
niggas gay,
Shakur,
man.
Diabolical.
Them
hey,
niggas gay,
Shakur,
man. All of them.
Hey, Rich, Shakur be giving them niggas, he be giving them niggas marching orders. He told Keyshawn, go fight Devin Haney. I don't want to do it.
No, but if
them niggas trying
Richardson
to.
Hitchens
You know the
is
boy?
willing to fight Shakur, y'all don't like that fight?
Those are
He
the
not gonna
walk-up.
No,
fight
no,
him
that'd
though,
be good.
but that's a great fight though.
That'd be a good fight. But
We need to
from what
find
I
out if we got panels in
that'd be a
here
good.
for the house.
That'd be a good.
Certain,
A
yeah.
frequent
They have panels.
No,
fly.
but I need certain ones
Yeah,
for the house.
I don't
I'm
know who'll
hearing
win
you.
that. I don't
What's
know
going
who'll win
on? What
that
the fuck
fight
going
though.
on?
That's Ray, man. He
Ray
over
has
there.
something in his background, but go ahead.
Hey,
Yeah,
nah,
but
I said that'd be a
Oh, I
good
forgot
fight, right?
I forgot I was on, bro. My bad. My
Go ahead, Rich.
I
Ray
said
on
that'd
that
be a
smeared
good.
on.
I said that'd be a good fight, right? But from what the way them niggas be like big riding each other, man, it seemed like that Shakur beat him, man. But that'll be a good fight. The way them niggas be acting, making it seem like that them niggas ain't on his level. And it seemed
They
like that them two niggas be fighting over Shakur, man.
they be fighting over his
Keyshawn and Richard Richardson. They be fighting
That's
over
the what you trying to say? That's they boo thing.
man, them
that's
niggas
how they
all
be
gay, man.
acting. They be like Shakur. I want Shakur
Them
to love
niggas,
me. I want Shakur to love me.
them niggas all
yo,
gay, man. I
you
don't know
talking
what the
about
fuck going
Richard
on.
Hitchens? You talking about Richard
they
Hitchens and
got
Keyshawn?
they
Yeah,
got the
they be fighting
Yeah,
over
triangle
yeah.
love,
Shakur love.
the triangle love story.
Yeah, acknowledge me, Shakur. Acknowledge me. I'm the second best. I'm the second best.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Hey
Yo,
man, that's what I was saying about Keyshawn Davis, man. He mad. He hate Devin Haney because he said he used to hang with them, and Shakur used to always try to tell Devin that Keyshawn was like that, and he said Devin Haney never acknowledged him. So now
Yeah,
he
but
mad. He
Yeah, but
pissed
you see
off.
why Shakur respect Devin out of all them the most, because he never said, "Oh, nigga, I ain't gonna fight you, you my brother." Devin said, "Yeah, we brothers, but we gotta fight."
Who
Before
said
they
that?
fell out,
Hey,
Devin, before they
it's
fell
not what he.
out, they was
That's
like, "We
not what he
brothers, but we
said.
gotta
That's
fight."
not what he said. He said it was along those lines. That's not what he really said. What he
Come
said
on, bro,
was,
I'm not finna go
listen.
word for word
No,
with
no, no. I
Ray.
know you're
Come on,
not, but
bro.
I'm just telling you what happened. What took place was they were saying that they was brothers, just like Keyshawn and what's the name. Someone brought
Yeah,
up the question, would you ever fight Shakur? And Shakur and Devin replied is, we're supposed to fight at a certain division. Hold on, we're supposed to fight at we plan on fighting each other once we wipe everybody out, something along those lines. At
yeah,
147, when we get to 147. Then you had what's homeboy name? Then they asked Shakur, and Shakur was like, "Nah, I ain't like that. Like, why would he say stuff like that? If the money right, I'll fight him right now." That's what Shakur said. And
yeah,
and then that's when the whole beef started back and forth. And then he tried to
yeah.
start exposing Devin, and then he moved to 140 or 135, and then he started putting all that dumb shit out after he already knew what the plans was. So it
And
is
then
what it
they
Yeah.
is.
called this bluff, but we ain't gonna get into that because we gonna respect the
Yeah,
fact that Rich up
but
here.
yeah, I think Shakur respect Devin more because he'll go at his ass. Them niggas, they'll tuck their tail.
Well,
Like
once they got back in
Richard,
good
hold
graces.
on, Ray.
Oh my bad.
Remember Richard and Shakur was beefing lightweight beefing on Twitter, and Richard was apologizing, man. We brothers, man. Don't be mad at me and shit like that, saying all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like I don't think Shakur respect that tucking that tail shit. Don't tuck your tail. Stand on your shit.
No, I hear you. But yeah, no.
Hey
So
Bubs, what you talking about? Josh, I think Josh Kelly and Dalton Smith is in a different weight class.
he keeps
Bubs
saying
boxing.
that, bro. He keeps saying that. I don't-
He want a 140 pounder to fight at 154.
Yeah, he keeps.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
Bob's
Bubs
crazy,
always
bro.
he all the way wild with it. You know what I mean? He trying to get Devin to go up and fight Benavidez or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? He all over the place with it.
Hey, you
Yeah,
know that
yeah, yeah,
nigga, he
yeah.
wrong, bro.
Listen, I ain't mad at him though. Listen, he want to see the fight that he think is equally competitive. So if
Hey,
that's what he
Ray.
feels, if that's what he feel, that's what he feel, bro. I ain't mad
Where
at
where
Bubs.
Blue at, y'all? Blue was in his feelings last night. I want
Hey,
where Blue at, bro?
No,
Ray,
we
he
need
said the
forget.
hardcores to go crazy for that fight.
Oh my God. Yeah, just like Devin should go up and fight Boots, right? Cause y'all want to see it. Come on, man.
They try
Who-
they try to tell me that they try to tell me last night that Devin Haney was big as David Benavidez, but they
Hell
said
no.
Yeah.
if Shakur put a rehydration clause on Devin, it ain't gonna hurt him because Devin making the weight comfortably. I said, yo, y'all cooking yourself with y'all own argument, man. Y'all
Oh,
if Devin, you saying that Devin is big as David Benavidez is going more to my point. It's supporting my argument because if he that big and he put a rehydration clause on him, it's definitely gonna hurt him because they was trying to argue that the
so
rehydration clause, Devin should take it because it ain't hurting him. It
so
ain't no
Benavidez,
advantage.
Benavidez who walks around 230 is the same size as Devin, who apparently walks around at 168, 170, right? So that's crazy that you would even say that, right? And Shakur ain't walking around. Who said Shakur is walking around 150 today? That's crazy. Shakur walk
Nah,
around like
shoot.
150. He's like 154, 160, bro. He in that range. I don't
Yeah,
know exactly where.
yeah.
He rehydrated to like 155 in his last fight. You can see the difference in him and the Theo don't get no bigger than
You
150.
got the rehydration numbers, Ray?
On
I'll be
who?
back in 3 minutes.
On
No,
Shakur?
I think Ray's speculating.
Nah. I don't, they don't put those numbers out, bro. I'll be looking for it, but I couldn't find it. You
Damn,
can find
so
it.
they only do it for Devin?
No,
Shit, that's
you know why they knew.
crazy.
You
Yeah,
know why they.
man. You
You know why
remember
they knew it for Devin.
you know the circumstances of when that happened, Devin was trying to press Lil Man and fight him, and the Tankamaniacs called the cops, bro. They called the
And,
cops.
and you know what's crazy? You only get that from the fighters when they say certain things, right? Because even Regis didn't say that he thought he was overweight, right?
Oh,
He
no.
apparently found that out.
Switch with blues.
And Devin was on record was like, yo, they bugging. I was not overweight. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what y'all talking about. So when Devin said it, it was crazy. But when Josh Taylor literally said when he fought Teofimo Lopez, he was 165 in the ring with Teo, right? And Teo was like said that he only weighed 144 in that fight. Clearly, he was out. He was out. He was way bigger than Shakur. I mean,
But the
than
thing
Keith.
is, Richardson, Hitchens, and a couple other fighters came out and said that when they be taking those weigh-ins, the night of the fight,
Yeah, you
he
be
said
having
they
all
don't
your
take that
clothes
serious.
on.
They be having all their stuff on,
Yeah,
boots and
I
bags and
know.
stuff and all
Yeah,
that.
of course they do. That's what I'm saying. And what's name was saying he was there in the room when it happened. Shout out to DFTV. He was like, I was there. He said that dude had his shoes on, his wallet, his jeans, his backpack, his big ass coat. He was like, he wasn't. Y'all act like he was stripped down. He's like, and it
If
wasn't even one.
if I'm not
And
mistaken, I think Elijah Pierce said that too. I think he spoke on that in the interview.
yeah, he said I wasn't. He wasn't even 165, and that's what y'all keep saying. He was actually like 161, 162. And he said
I don't know.
Regis. He said in Regis. This is what BFTV said. It's on his channel. He said he was in
No,
the room and he
I
seen
know
him,
that.
but Regis came in at 160 his damn self. He was 158. So what are we talking
Hey,
about?
Ray, if y'all wanna stay on, hold it down for me. I gotta go do my salat real quick.
Yeah, I got it, bro. I got it. I
All
got to
right.
my son
Hey,
at.
Ray, how much you think he weighed this fight though? I think he was more about 167 in the Brian Norman fight,
Who,
somewhere around
Brian?
there.
Devin? Devin?
Yeah, yeah,
I
he was
don't
big
know,
as
man.
hell.
I don't know because you have to look at what Brian Norman came in as, right? So
No,
Brian
I
Norman
think
was.
he was big too.
That's what I'm saying. You have to look at what he walked in as. I don't
No,
know
but
because you got to remember we're looking at them on TV. So TV makes
yeah,
everybody bigger than what they really are. I
you
promise you
right.
that. So he could have easily been 155, 157 because he made the weight comfortable. So him making the
Yeah,
weight comfortable could definitely mean that he wasn't as big
but
as people thought
everybody
he
that
was.
say they see him in person say that he big as hell. They say all
Cool.
his like they say all his remember Will Bill like a couple years ago.
Let's go. Let's grab a picture. First of all, let's grab a picture. Look how we have to grab a picture of Devin standing next to somebody like a. Matter of fact, when he was training with Benavidez, go look at the size difference.
No,
Devin
I
is not.
get that. He's not. I'm not saying he's bigger than
No, no. What I'm
Benavidez.
saying
I
is
ain't talking
no.
crazy
That's
like
not what I'm.
that.
That's not what I'm saying. Hear me out. What I'm saying is you've seen him standing next to Bud Crawford, right? You've seen him
Yeah,
like go look. There's pictures of him standing next to boxers that are the same height as him,
yeah.
and you can clearly see he's not bigger than these dudes, bro. He's not
Uh,
bigger than Ryan Garcia. Go look at pause. Look at
not
Ryan
no no
Garcia.
not at height. Not at height.
No,
Anyway,
but go look at Ryan Garcia and Devin when they shook hands at that thing, right?
yeah.
Ryan was
Ryan
still
bigger.
it was still much bigger than Devin. And they supposed to
Yeah,
be and Devin's supposed to be so big, but nobody called Ryan out for being 200
yeah.
pounds.
I'm
And the
not
crazy
talking about
part,
Ryan though. I'm not
I
talking about
know, and the
Ryan.
crazy part is, I'm gonna dial down on this. I know you guys are some Philly cats, right? I'm not mad at you, right? But listen, Boots is probably the biggest fighter that fights at 154 right now, and was fighting at 147. The reason why I said that because he's at 147. Boots is a giant, bro. He cuts a lot of weight. He's just always in
I don't
shape, so
know,
you
man.
really don't.
I don't
I'm
think they're
telling you,
too far
but
off. I don't think they're too
from
far off from him.
Boots, oh,
No, I
you
don't think
crazy?
so.
Boots is like
I don't
close to
think so.
195, bro.
I
My
don't think
cousin
they're
was
too
my
far
cousin.
off. I'm talking about on fight night. I don't think they're too far off.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they
I
are.
don't think
There's
so.
no there's no IBF rehydration clause on Boots. Are you
I
kidding
don't
me?
think so.
He don't have to
I
deal with
don't
that no
think
more.
he. Yeah, I don't know for sure if he blew up that big. I don't know.
Okay. Listen, go look how big
Like
he
I'm
was in
pretty
that
sure
fight.
it's
He looked
big, but
healthy as time out. He looked as healthy as hell when he fought that dude Lima. And when I mean he looked
no
healthy,
facts.
he looked crazy healthy, bro. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, bro.
he was probably about 75 that night.
Oh, okay, 175, 180. Well, yeah, 175. I'll give you that. And I don't think Devin at 175 when he rehydrates.
I think Derek can get up to about 70.
Yeah, okay. That's
I
crazy.
do.
I don't think so.
I do.
I mean, I'm glad you think that. I don't think so. Because
I don't think
you can
when
clearly
they
see
fight,
that he's
I
not
don't
that
think the
big.
size when they actually do fight, I think you're gonna be surprised how big Dev is.
No, you'll see a difference. You can see it in Devin's up the shoulders, bro.
No, I'm saying when they actually fight and they get in the ring, you're gonna be like, damn, Dev not that much smaller than Booth. That's what I
Yeah,
think you're gonna see.
nah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, because he gonna build it on
You know
right, bro.
what? You know
Put
what?
on he gonna pack on more muscle and everything.
I'm gonna give you this to think on real quick, right? When Booth stepped in the ring with Virgil, who is significantly bigger than Devin, right? When he
I
stepped
don't
into the
know about
ring,
that.
hold on, let me finish. When he stepped into the ring with Virgil, how much bigger was Boot to Virgil? standing up and like you can see the difference in size clearly.
He had a coat on though.
Okay, all right, we'll blame it on the coat, but that ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I mean? Like you can literally see when they show the shoulders from the back behind. I gotta be careful because somebody caught me on that yesterday. From behind Boots, they watched the shoulders, and they was looking at Virgil's side. You can clearly see how wide that dude shoulder width was, bro. His shoulders is wide as hell. He was
Yeah,
like
he
three
big.
Virgils.
I'm not saying he's not
Yeah,
big.
exactly. He was like three Virgils.
Yeah, but
And I
if Devin and Boots were to fight, I don't think size would be an issue.
No, I don't think so. I still say the Bills, bro. Like it is what it is. I think Virgil. I mean, Devin and Boots is like Cotto Floyd, but I would say it's more skillful, right? Because Cotto gave Floyd a great ass fight. Just Boots has more skill at the end of the day. So you know what I mean. That's why I say it'd be more skillful. Um, Devin can get caught with something and hurt quick.
Like
I ain't gonna lie to you.
who really bigger than Devin at 47 right now? Like
Who's bigger than him,
Devin
bro?
bigger than Devin
Karen is
bigger than some
Karen.
54 pounders.
Karen. Look, if we talking about, because we talked about Devin's height, right? And somebody said Devin can't go up to 160 or whatever. When he said he'll
Yeah,
probably
he
meet,
can.
they say
I
he
think he
can't
can
fight
go.
Boots at 150. Devin said
I think
eventually
Devin can go all the way up to 60.
I think that's where he ends his career at, right? Because he don't want to lose that speed that he has. So he's fighting where he's at. Devin is a natural 147 pounder right now. I'm not going
Facts.
to I'm not going to balloon his career out of control. I'm not going to put him to where he don't belong. But Devin was on record saying that me and Booth are going to eventually fight. It's inevitable. We're going to either
Yeah,
fight at 54 or we're going to fight at 60. I promise you before our careers are over because we're literally at the same. They're the same age and
yeah.
everything. So
They're
they're
gonna
going to
run
meet.
into each other eventually.
Right. Right, and that's actually how he presented the Shakur fight. When somebody was talking about him and Shakur, he's like, eventually me and Shakur gonna run into each other, probably at 147. And that's when Bill came out later and was like, yeah, they supposed to fight at 147. Mosey doubled down on that, and Shakur kind of backpedaled it a little bit. Said, no, we never had a agreement to fight at 147. So it is what it is, bro. Like I said, it's a whole bunch of hoorah and say this. But Devin is not as big as a lot of people think. Jack Catterall is wider than Devin. And
Fuck
you
no.
mean that? I,
You tweaking.
yeah,
You
yeah,
tweaking.
okay. I'm sure. Go look at.
You tweaking.
Listen, we can look. Okay, okay.
All right.
Listen,
If they were to fight right now, I got Devin dwarfing Jack
I
Catterall.
didn't. I don't know, man. Devin's just in shape. He's got like the traps in his back and stuff. Like,
Yeah, when
I
they
mean,
if
his
they do it
shoulders
face to face,
and his
like
I ain't
face to
say.
face, the fight on the weigh-in
That,
day, boy, Devin would make Jack Catterall look so small.
I don't know, bro. Listen, Devin and Regis was pretty much the same size on weigh-in, right?
Nah,
On weigh-in, you're
nah,
right.
Devin
Devin
was
was
bigger than
small.
him.
Devin was smaller than him on the weigh-in
Hell no,
because
he was
Devin,
way bigger than
yes,
him.
he was. Devin came in at like 138.9, and Regis came in at 139.7. He almost at 140.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I
but
think he came
he
in at
looked
140
bigger than when
exactly.
he rehydrated. Because when I'm
They
talking
was
about
like, bro,
the show
I'm gonna
weigh-in,
tell you.
he looked
Okay,
way bigger than him.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Y'all just Regis ain't cut up and defined like that, bro. I'm telling you. It wasn't that much of a difference. And another thing you
I
missed
never said it
important.
was. He just looked
No,
bigger
no,
than him, bro.
I
To
know. So
me.
here it is, right? So he didn't look bigger. He looked more in shape. I would use that
I don't know, man.
in the boxing. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Regis fight. And I'm gonna tell you why Devin came in like that. But a lot of people misunderstand these things. Regis and Josh Kelly have always been the bigger fighters. They always win weight bullies in the division. They always
Right?
came in heavy. They came in heavy
Yeah.
on purpose to dominate the fighters because these guys can easily move to 147 and they dominated 140. So because they did all that, that's why a lot of people. I'm screaming. Please let me know because I'm talking in a headset, so I
Nah,
really
you good. You
talking
good.
what I can hear. Okay, so a lot of people don't realize that Devin and Bill was like, they was like, yeah, we're gonna get you. You small. Listen to what they were saying. You small. And Bill was like, yeah, okay, we got you. And what they do, they weight bullied the weight bully. That's what they did. That's why they came in the way they came in. But people are so fixed on calling Devin out and calling him this and calling him that. But then their favorite fighter did it months ago, and when he couldn't rehydrate against Terrence Crawford correctly, then they all of a sudden he wasn't a weight bully. But damn, Earl Smith's my guy, bro. You know what I mean? That's been my guy for
for a minute, like back since 2014, 13, when he was fighting 6-round fights. So for people to go around and be like, "Yo, Earl is a weight bully. Earl's a weight bully," I was like, "Yo, yeah, he is," and I had no problem saying it. Is Devin a weight bully? No, because Devin last fight when he fought Ryan, he didn't come in over 160 because of all the people
No,
crying that he
I
was a
don't
weight
think
bully.
you're a weight bully if you make the weight. I don't think Earl
Listen,
was.
no, but they was crying, right? So Devin came in under 160 when he fought Ryan. Devin came in under, if not at 160 when he fought Brian Norman. I'm going to find out because I know people. I'm going to make some
I
phone
think it
calls.
was more than that.
Oh, I'm telling you, he wasn't, bro. We just looking.
He
I'm
looked
telling you,
way. He looked.
the camera make
He
these fighters
looked.
bigger than what they are,
Boy,
bro.
not.
I've been to
Boy,
professional
that when
fights.
they did that face off, I was like, God damn. That's what I knew. I said he gonna drop his ass.
What in the weight and
When they,
with the
yeah,
weigh-in,
yeah, with the
the
ceremony,
weigh-in,
I was like, "Ooh."
nah, bro. Brian Norman was bigger than Devin in the ceremony.
And
Devin's shoulders look good.
I didn't look. I didn't
Yo,
see it that way.
let me see. Let me see if I can find a picture.
I didn't see it
I'm
that
at,
way at all. When I seen it, I was
y'all can
like,
keep,
"Oh shit, damn it look
see,
massive." You still
what is
there,
it?
Rich?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
man.
on mute for a second. Yeah,
Tell
my bad. I'm
tell
gonna go
Ray.
on mute for a second.
Yeah, tell Ray, man, how big Devin is, man. He trying to shortchange him.
You know what?
I said, tell Ray how big Devin is. He trying to shortchange him.
I don't know. He was a little right about that camera shit.
Yeah, I get that,
Like,
but he just looked
like,
bigger though.
like when I seen Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn and them niggas close up, Jermaine Ortiz looked bigger than Keyshawn, but you asked a lot of people, they'd say Keyshawn was way bigger than him.
You thought Jermaine was bigger than him? I didn't think that.
I'm saying close up, I did.
Oh, when you was at the weigh-in?
No, when I was looking at the fight,
Oh,
Jermaine looked way bigger than that nigga. Keyshawn looked
oh, you thought
small.
so? It
He
might have
ain't
been
look
because
way
Keyshawn.
he ain't look way bigger than him, but he looked smaller than him to me. You know what I'm saying? He
It
ain't
might
look
have been
way
because
small.
it's Keyshawn stance. He always he all the way down low and shit like that. He be squatting. It might have
But
been
if you
that.
but if you ask YouTube, Keyshawn was way bigger than him. He
Yeah, longer
overweight
reach,
him.
all that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So
What the fuck
what?
freak?
Did Shakur look big? Because he looked big to me on TV.
I don't know. Maybe to my size. I don't know. Victoria ain't look that big to me.
I'm
Coming
talking
out.
about compared to Tio.
Nah. See, they both look the same. I think Teal
Okay.
looked a little smaller though. I say
That's
that.
that's what I seen too. I thought Shakur was about like 150 something on fight night.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know how to present this
Damn,
junk on the
150.
on my phone.
God
If
damn.
I can present it on the phone, if we can come back, it'll show you. Hold on, cause I ain't got that box that you click. Hold on, you're in the show. See, everyone can see you. Let me see if I hit this button right there. Nope, this camera angles. You don't want that. Oh, maybe here. Hold on. Present comments, chats, recordings. Let me
No,
see
yeah,
if I can
Ray,
present it here.
I ain't saying you capping either. Like if you think
No,
Devin was
when you well,
smaller than Brian Norman,
when they was on
yeah, I
stage, bro.
accept
When they was
that.
on stage, Brian Norman was like the bigger fighter. Now Devin was taller than him and more defined. I will give you that, but he was definitely small. He was smaller by like when they turned and everything. Brian Norman back shoulder width was bigger and everything, bro. His arms was about the same size. They both literally had about the same size from the side profile. They looked about the same. But Brian looked like he had a wider physique than Devin. Devin looked like he was just in more shape and he looked taller than Brian. I will give you that. But if you look at the weight, he wasn't much. You know what I mean? What was the difference? The weight plays a big part in that too, right? And the weight said that Brian was the weight said that the Brian that was the what's the name fighter in all essence of it, right? I mean, yeah, Brian was a bigger fighter in that fight. What Devin come in at 146 and a half, and Brian came in at 146.9 or 4.8. So I mean, technically, We have to really look at really what it says. But does that little point ounce here and there matter? No. When they rehydrate, it is what it is. As long as you make weight, you're not a weight bully, in my opinion. I think you just touched on that. I agree. If I'm making weight, you can't say nothing because nobody called the Benavidez a weight bully. They never called Boots a weight bully. They hate when you call Earl a weight bully. And all these guys make weight, and it all was good for them, but it ain't good for Dev, which is diabolical.
This the thing that I don't like. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
All right, this thing I don't like. I don't like when they be calling the niggas weight bullies, but sit back and watch a nigga that be at a weight class for 10 years since they was kids. Like they said, Earl Spencer fighting at that same weight since he was 16 years old. So you had to get bigger and you working out too, doing supplements, whatever you doing. You had to get bigger. You gonna become a naturally bigger guy. The niggas ain't really jump on that. You had Javon Ennis, a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think he been almost at them weight classes for a while now. But you ain't seen nobody throwing out there that he was a weight bully and all that. So you seen that nigga look on his last fight. He looked worse than Frank Martin when he was in one.
Broke up, I think. What does that mean? Water Walker. I can't pull you up, Water Walker. That's that's Jonathan. I mean Joseph. Joseph. You gotta wait for Dad. Dad. Frequent. He might as well be dead. I don't know what happened to my sound. Y'all there? I can't hear nothing. Let's see. There we go. I don't know what happened, man. You, True Rich, you there? Rich. You. I don't know. I can't hear nothing. Yo, it's just me up here by myself? That's crazy. No, anyway. Yeah, so with all that being said, I can't put y'all back up. You gotta wait for Frequent to come back. You're doing this a lot. So I can't do nothing about that. But it's crazy. I can't hear nothing. My mic is moving, so I know it's something, but I just think everybody kind of mute for a second. I can't hear nothing. But what the comments say? Comment said, "We're stuck in the twilight zone." Yo, we call them weight bullies because they cut weight to have a size advantage over smaller fighters. Is that what it is? So is that what it is when you pull fighters up to from 135 to 135 to from 130? Is that also called a weight bully, bro? Come on, Bub, let's talk about it. Is that what a weight bully is? Yes. So okay, so you agree. So Tank's a weight bully because he pulled all these guys up. And he went down a weight and for the smaller guy that came up for 122. So damn, Tank a weight bully too. I need to cut weight. If you need to cut weight, okay, all right. Listen, I'm rocking with you, Bubs. If you agree with everything I'm saying, I'm rocking with you. That's what's up. That's what I said. Hold on. Somebody wrote a new comment. Tank, hold on. Tank did cut weight. Okay. But he still fought smaller guys and made the weight. Matter of fact, let's talk about something Devin didn't do that Tank did. He didn't miss weight. That's
Excuse,
crazy.
bro. I'm back.
Yeah, everybody disappeared. They in the back room. I don't know what happened. I couldn't hear nothing for a minute, but I'm up here right now. Bub said that all these guys are weight bullies because they swell up to fight for when they fight the fighters in the ring, right? So I said my question was he agreed with me, so I believe he did. When I asked him, did was Tank a weight bully when he pulled up all these guys from 130, right? He said he made the weight though. So what's the difference? Didn't all the fighters that fought, didn't they all make the weight frequent?
Well, I know Tank went down to fight Leo Santa Cruz to 130.
Yeah, and before that, before he moved up to 140, did he miss weight on the scale and lose his belt?
Yeah, but
Okay, and before that, didn't he lose a WBA at 130?
I don't know about this right here, Bubs. Tank definitely do cut weight, bro. I don't know why you
He said
said that.
he said he
He
said,
cut weight.
he said that he think 135 is his walk around weight. Yo, this dude crazy, bro. Oh
If you
my god, Bub.
don't cut weight, how can you miss weight?
Exactly. Come on, man. That's crazy.
Oh, he said no. I said he didn't cut weight. And what fight you talking about? He didn't cut weight. In all of his fights, he cut weight, bro.
Yes, he did. Every single
None
one.
none of these fighters don't go into a fight where they don't have to cut weight.
You
You know,
do
none of
know
these fighters is at a weight class where they don't have to cut weight.
you do know Tank is like 152 pounds walking around, bro. You don't you? I call.
Wait, he said Tank ain't cut no 30 pounds. I don't know what conversation y'all had, man.
What are you
So I'm kind
talking
of
about?
lost what he's talking about with
Okay,
that.
Tank. You saying Tank never cut 30 pounds? Yo, didn't Leonard Ellerby say that man's 100 used to be 175 pounds fighting at 130? Is that on record frequent?
Say that again. I was looking at the comment.
Didn't Leonard Ellerby say that he's a 175-pound fighter and he was fighting at 130?
I think he said well
He was
it wasn't that
175.
big.
Yeah, he said
No, it wasn't
170.
that big. They said how big he get. He said, oh, he get big, like 160. He ain't say
No,
175. I
he
think
said
you had mustard.
170s. He said 170s. No, Tank said
Well,
he was one.
I never heard that. You
Hold
had to
on.
pull that up and
Okay,
bring it back,
yeah,
bro.
that was Leonard Ellerby. But listen, Tank said that he was 165 and he can make 175 to fight spar Earl. Earl told him he was too small. He says, "Nah, I can make 175. I'm 160 right, 165 right now." That's
But
what he's
he was walking around though, wasn't he?
okay. That's my point. So he said he never cut
Back then,
30
back
pounds.
then, back then, I think Tank was a little bit undisciplined. You know, I
Okay,
think Tank was going around, in between his
that's
fights, gaining a
hold on.
whole bunch of weight and
That's not the
stuff. So,
question. I know, Flyer. That's not the question. The question was, he said Tank ain't never lose 30 pounds to make a fight. Right then and there, he lost
oh
more than 30
yeah,
pounds to make a fight. That's the point I'm trying to make.
yeah,
I don't care
yeah,
what he
yeah.
did later. So I'm just saying. So we can't really say that this guy ain't never do it when he clearly done it, and not only clearly done it, he's missed weight trying to do it twice. Nasty work, bro.
I mean, yeah, everybody bounce. We cooked on everything for the most part.
Yo,
You know
you
what I'm
said
saying?
Tank
All
is a
that's in the title.
Pokemon, bro. He do look like Pikachu when he was fat, bro.
Well, who said that?
I think Lance Myers said that. Just something. Hold on, let me see what he said. Can you nuts? Oh, can you nut? What? Can you nuts trade jokes and punches and play music and Pokemon cards? Oh, okay, that's what he said. That's funny. I don't know what he meant. I don't know what nuts. I think he meant must. Yeah, yeah. Better avoid
For the
me.
most part,
Who
everybody
avoided
left,
you?
man. We already cooked on everything
Bub,
on the title.
Bub, you must got me
So,
confused with that dude. You took his tank card away for a week, bro. You got the wrong guy, bro. I don't avoid nobody. You bugging. I mean, you go over there and
yeah, last night, Bubs came. He hopped on the panel, man.
and I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I just started laughing. He was talking about how fly he looked. I was like, okay, what that got to do with boxing? You know what I mean?
You saw it on the replay?
No, I was on there at that point when he came up. Now I don't know about after last night, like after the facts he came up.
Yeah, I'm talking
He
about
was
last
driving.
night.
Oh, he was driving. Oh, I don't know about that. He said he was going to church.
Oh, yeah. That was the time then. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. There you go.
Hey
What's our
man, but
own?
to sum up, the topics that we was talking about, what's next for Shakur? I think what's next for Shakur is for him to go to 135, like he was saying, and fight one of them guys down at 135. You know, if Tank becomes an option, then I think Tank is the best option. I feel like Tank can't really say, he can't really ask what has he done now, because Shakur got some traction right now. He got some momentum. So I feel like, people gonna look at him crazy. We already looking at him crazy for saying that, but I feel like the rest of the public, the casuals and stuff, I think Shakur is more in the spotlight now that he did what he did to Tio. Definitely gained some new fans. I even saw on here, somebody was a Tio fan, and now for the most part they're not. But as far as Keyshawn Davis, man, I was saying that Bill and them was going to try to get Keyshawn Davis to just come straight up there and fight Devin Haney, man. And I didn't think that was a good look for Keyshawn Davis, but I'm not into protecting these fighters enough. And I was just saying that I think that he's going to lose if he make that jump up to 147 and go straight into a fight with Devin. I just think
Yeah,
he's going to lose that fight. I mean, but
I
you
think
got
I
others that
think
different.
that's gonna be a strategic match. I mean, I just think Devin has see what T. Did you see the video I sent you? How they dissected the breakdown of how and they even showed some of the punches of how Shakur was able to control the distance. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
he
yeah,
could.
yeah. I saw them. It
Yeah.
was
So
like a couple shots.
right. I don't think Shakur controls the distance on Devin like that because
No, I was talking about Keyshawn, I thought.
Keyshawn, oh damn, no,
Yeah,
no. I don't even talk
Keyshawn
about that.
Davis is. I think Keyshawn. Somebody did say that Keyshawn Davis is on Shannon Sharp show talking something different. But
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp show, it don't be live, so I don't know. It be pre-recorded, so I don't know what's the time frame on when he said that. But I know that Devin tweeted, to Keyshawn
last
Davis,
night,
let's make it
yesterday,
let's make it happen or something like that. So I was saying I already knew that Devin and Bill was going to try to do that, try to get Keyshawn to come straight up there and get him quick.
right?
But
That
I
makes
feel
sense.
like they looking at Keyshawn like he a lick, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and
see it. They see
Shakur
it.
got enough
I
sense
see
to
it.
say that he gonna put a rehydration clause on it, Devin, if he go up there. But Keyshawn Davis, like Blaze was saying, he crazy enough to do it. He crazy enough to
Right.
go up there and fight Devin. So if
And
he do it, he do it. I just don't think it's a good look for him.
can I ask you this though? So if Shakur, who everyone believes is a better fighter and a much equipped fighter for Devin than Keyshawn Davis, needed a rehydration clause because he said, "Yo, he's a good fighter," and you know what I mean, it'd be crazy for me to go up there and fight him without a rehydration clause. Literally doubled down on it. He just didn't say his name the second time. Is it crazy to say that Keyshawn ain't thinking clearly? Because if Devin if Shakur's a better fighter than Keyshawn, what makes y'all think that Keyshawn is going to have the opportunity and the chance? Like that's just my ability, like my thoughts. I'm not saying he can't because that's triangle theory shit. I'm just asking.
I mean, he could be bluffing or whatnot, but
I
I was
think
just
oh
saying
yeah,
that
he's
I knew
building.
Devin and them was
Listen,
going. Bill made him promise and all of that. I was thinking that Devin and Bill definitely going to try to take advantage of that situation, just like
yup,
they took advantage of the Brian Norman Jr. situation. So,
yup,
Keyshawn coming off a nice win, at 140. If Keyshawn talking about he want to go up there and fight Devin and them, I think that Devin, they gonna take him on that offer for sure. You got people running around here like Blue Hustle man talking about Devin Haney afraid or whatever. I
listen. Let me
don't
tell you
know.
something. I will never
Well,
tell you.
not that. No, you know what? Blue said that he afraid of Shakur, but
Yeah, right.
that's a crazy argument because Shakur the one asked for the rehydration clause. But as far as
Yeah, I'm not
Keyshawn
gonna get
Davis,
into
I think Blaze was saying that he got Keyshawn going up there and stopping Devin, I believe. But hey, you can have your own opinion, believe what you want to believe. I just personally think that, that's not a good look for Key. I think Key will lose because of what I was
Yeah,
saying about his feet. I know people was trying to grind me up about, talking about Keyshawn Davis' feet.
yeah.
But some
No,
people
I
did
seen it,
agree.
bro.
I think that
I seen it.
I
I
think
seen
that's
it.
I think that, his feet is not good enough to really get in there
He
with
had,
Devin, man.
yeah.
And all the things
Well,
that Devin brings to the
I
table.
do kind of think that was a fight he presented to Jermaine Ortiz to say first. But he's fought like this before, and he's never had nobody that can outwit him and outsmart him in the ring like a Devin. So to have that footwork like that, bro, that's a nightmare for
Hey, Dad's 215. No, I think that Keyshawn is a little small for 147, man. I think Devin, he not big as Devin. You know, I think if Devin go up to if Keyshawn go up to 147 and fight Devin with no rehydration clause, Devin is definitely gonna be bigger than him. And Dad's 215 asks you if you think Shakur can control the distance with Tank, right?
oh hell yeah, easy, bro. Now here's the problem with Tank. It's not about him controlling the distance. It's about him controlling the distance early enough. Because Tank don't let off early enough. He kind of like waits 5 rounds. That 5 or 6 rounds that he waits before he starts fighting, or maybe even let's just say 4 rounds, right? We seen what Frank Martin was able to do afraid of Tank in the first 3 rounds. So what do you think Shakur is going to do, especially if he hydrates the way he did and he's in the ring and Tank ain't got no reach advantage? He's going to sit there. He's going to sit and pick him apart, bro. He is.
I think
And
I
when
think
Tank,
I know I think I know what Dad's probably saying because I heard
I know.
somebody say this too on
Hold on.
another panel. They're saying like when you look at what Tio was trying to do against Shakur, he was running into a lot of those jabs,
Yeah,
and you
that's
know
what I'm saying. He's going to
most
pick him
people,
apart.
yeah, but most people were saying that Tank is going to go into the high guard and walk Shakur down. But so I
Nah.
think Shakur's still going to be jabbing. If he go in the high guard, Shakur going to be jabbing. Tank going to be trying to catch him off the counter punch.
And
Off the counter, catching the
I'm gonna tell
jab
you
and then shooting with the hook or whatever. I think Shakur could
right.
possibly get around that high guard by throwing,
Yep.
hooks or whatever instead of,
Okay.
that's not the only thing he got is a jab.
Right.
I
And let
think
me
if
tell
Tank
you.
go in the high guard, Shakur is, his IQ is high enough to know that he not going to just throw jabs
Right.
because Tank is trying to counter him off the jab. So I think he'll probably throw hooks.
And let
We'll
me tell
never know. It's just an awesome matchup that we
I'm gonna
need
tell
to
you what
see.
he's gonna do. I'm gonna tell you how he break it down. So if he come in there with that high guard, he's gonna do something that nobody ever does to Tank. He's gonna stab and hook the body. He's gonna definitely stab and hook the body. He's gonna treat him like he in prison, bro. Hate to say it. Stab him all day to the gut. Pop, pop, pop. And then he's gonna hook him to the body. He's gonna break Tank's hands down. After he breaks his hand down and Tank starts coming in and gets aggressive, he's gonna hit him with those pop shots, bro. And he's gonna throw that little baby hook and that overhand right left every time he steps in. So we can see it for what it is. I'm not telling you he beats Shakur or Shakur beats him. I'm just saying it's going to be interesting to see how Tank gets past that defense, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
Hey, shout out to the OG Rollo Green. He said Devin looking at Key and Kerr like I wish one of y'all little ninjas would come up here. Yeah, I think Hano's licking his chops, man. He ready
Yeah,
for one
yeah.
of them dudes to try to hop up there and try to fight him without a rehydration clause, and I think he'll be victorious. And I think Shakur thinks that too, man. I can't, I gotta assume that Shakur know that too. That's why he talking to me hydration clause. But I think he might be crazy enough to do it. Then again, he might be bluffing. I do got a little clip of an interview where Keyshawn admitted to just tying his name to Devin Haney because
Clock
that's the
chasing.
thing to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, clout chasing. I was trying not to use the word, but yeah, we know it's clout chasing.
He
You
said
know,
it. It's his own words. He said I was cloud chasing a little bit. He said it himself. He said
well, the clip I got, he don't come
he
out and
said
say clout chasing, but he
he
do
said I
say
he
that's
said
what
I
you
was
got to do. He said that's what you're supposed to do, but he,
call out the
he
bigger fighter.
basically
He
did
said
that though.
he said I was clout chasing. He said I was calling out Devin because I was like 7-0 at the time, and that's what you're supposed to do. He said I admit it, I was clout chasing. That's his word. But at the end of the day, it don't even matter, bro. Keyshawn can feel almighty and high. He might be good enough to do it, bro. I'm not taking none of that away from Keyshawn. Keyshawn he has enough power to slow Devin down. Let's put it that way and make Devin think. But we've seen this over and over. Every time that guy gets on stage and people defy him, he shows you who he is. When I seen Devin fight that last fight with Brian Norman, I said, ain't nobody one half of 154 and down. Ain't nobody beating that kid, bro. Nobody. And when I tell you, like a lot of people were on point with that, and a lot of people seen that, it might have been a spare of the moment thing. Maybe people were just assuming, but let me tell you, bro, it ain't happening.
Yeah, what you got? You.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute, but I was saying that I was looking. I think I got that clip, but I just don't see it right now. I don't got it readily available. I'm looking still. You can hear me, right?
No,
You can hear me?
yeah, I hear you. We can go over it later. Listen. Yeah, I hear you. You hear me? Yo,
Yeah, I hear you.
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Oh, I
you.
was gonna say, yeah, I hear you. All right. Yeah, I had to switch to my car speaker because my headset keep going out. But nah, man. Listen, we can go over that later. You know what I mean? And you can call it for what it is. You know what I mean? I ain't no problem in being
I
shameful.
think this might be
I
it
don't
right here.
mind.
Title fight,
I don't
whether
mind when
it's
people say
Haney,
stuff.
whether it's Dalton Smith.
This is
What do you see for yourself as the businessman for a perfect 26?
The perfect 26, man, starting out January 31st. Me knocking Jermaine Ortiz out. You know, I stand on that. I stand on it. Like,
what?
I'm trying to go in there and knock him out. I'm not playing with him. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot to fight for. I got a lot to fight for. January 31st. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Ortiz, he's a hell of a fighter at the end of the day. And also, I've been out for some time. You know, so I can't just overlook Jermaine Ortiz. Like, Jermaine Ortiz is a hell of a fighter, and I got to go in there and knock him out, period. I'm not trying to go in there and have good fights with him like the Lomachenko's and the Tiafimos of the world, because I've been out here saying that I'm better than them. So it's time for me to show that, January 31st.
Hey, well, that aged well, right? You hear me, Ray?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I said that aged well. You know what he said in that interview right there. I don't know what the other one
Yeah,
that where he said what he said, but
I don't think
you
that was it. This interview or was it the interview with
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't that one. I
what's-
just put that one up there because I had it.
oh,
I wanted to hear what
okay.
he said.
That's what I said. We can go over it. We can go over it later, and we can build on it at that time, bro. Like we don't have to, you know, what I mean, throw it out there right now. I
So matter
can't.
of fact, this might
I ain't
be it
gonna
right
look
here.
for it.
Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
Wow,
All
you
right.
gotta sound like that.
Yeah, it's
I
this
was
one.
talking trash to Devin Haney. I was like 7-0, saying I'm ready now. I'm knowing damn well I wasn't ready now. I was going 8-round fights.
Yeah.
I know I ain't ready now. You gotta sound that way though.
He
Yeah.
clout. He said, yeah.
Yeah,
What did he
he
say?
didn't
I'm
say
clout.
clout chasing. He said you gotta sound that way. But it's clout
Okay,
chasing.
but
I understand what you mean, but he didn't just use
okay.
those words.
Here you go. All right.
But
Okay. So,
salute to Rick Timms, the aircraft carrier, Rollo Green, Creel the Traveler. He said, I want the Ryan rematch. Man, Ryan Garcia played
so
around
does
so much,
Devin.
man, that he played around so much that I'm not even willing to entertain that too much, man, because I really don't think that he gonna call out Devin Haney. I think if he beat Barrios, he gonna go and try to fight Rolly or something crazy like that. He ain't gonna go in there no fight with Devin Haney, man. He captain. But I know that's the fight that Turkey Al Sheik wanna see. So it's a chance that Turkey might put up enough money to get Ryan to act right. But for the most part, I think he's going to continue trying to duck Devin, man. Just like we saw, after immediately after the fight with Rolly Romero when he lost, Rolly agreed that he was going to step aside, and he said Ryan need to still fight Devin. And Ryan and Oscar was saying no fight. They didn't want to fight. And then Ryan faked the hand injury and all of that, talking about he had mental health issues and all of that stuff. And then all of a sudden, when the coast cleared, he come back out trying to fight Barrios. You know what I'm saying? And then they asked him in the interview why he wasn't trying to fight Devin, why Barrios, and he said out of his own mouth that his fans really wanted him to be a champion. That's the main gripe that his fans got with him, that he never was a champion. So he claimed that's why he went the Mario Barrios route, so he could become a champion. But it don't make no sense because Devin has a title too. So that's not a scapegoat. That's not a scapegoat for you, bro. You still ducking. You can fight Devin. Devin got a title, so you can get that title. And I understand the people who try to say, well, it's a bigger fight if he fight Barrios first. Yeah, it is a bigger fight, but don't try to act like you're not fighting Devin Haney because your fans want you to win a title because Devin got a title. That's not a good excuse. So yeah, it's a duck if you ask me, man. It's a documented
Yep.
duck.
And it's the whole division duck because remember that fight was just officially made in December. I mean, early December. Ryan Garcia
And I keep it. I keep hearing
and
this
Barrio.
take right here too. The aircraft carrier said flyer boots available. Devin need an opponent, right? Yeah, but Boots is at 154. Devin trying to,
And
he campaigning at
come on, man.
147.
So where was
Boots
this
don't got a
energy
belt
at?
up there. If Boots had a belt up there, then I would say it's
Devin to
more,
go up.
yeah,
Exactly.
Devin probably would go up there if Boots had a belt, but Boots don't got no major belt up there. He got the IBO belt. You know what I'm saying? He the
No,
IBO champion up there. So
no hardware. I don't care.
yeah, so I don't think
That's
that's a fight that Devin want to make right now. If that was the case, Devin would have fought him at the 152 catch weight. If he didn't care about the
right.
titles or nothing like that, but Devin cared about the titles, so that's why
Exactly.
he said exactly duck
Exactly.
talk. Yeah, they ducking Devin, bro. I understand. Yeah, we
Yo,
finally agree, man.
crazy
But
work,
yo, we
bro.
talked about
Crazy
all
work.
we talked about everything we was going to talk about. We touched on everything in the title and everything. I'm ready to end this live, Ray.
Man,
I
go ahead, because
appreciate
Clay
everybody
on
who
anyway.
showed
Clay
up.
doing an interview. Yeah, Clay
Okay,
doing an
yeah.
interview right now.
Okay, yeah, we can head over there. But I appreciate everybody for showing up for the live. Smash the like button on the way out if you would. Be so kind. And I appreciate everybody who came up on the panel. All the panelists. We had a lot of people up here. Bullet Gibson and all of them guys was up here. Rich was up here. We had the Jackson brothers up here, Jonathan Jackson. We had Joseph Jackson up here. We had
Yo, Bubs
I
is
said Rich
crazy.
already. We had Blaze up here. We even had we had some new people on the panel too. We had Isaiah up here, and we had Anthony up here.
Anthony
I think his name
Mazzano.
Manzano. Yeah, we had Anthony up here. Everybody had their chance to get up here and get their bars off. There was some good cooks up here. Man, I think it was a good live, man. I appreciate it, and
Yeah.
salute to the two people who gave me a super chat. We had Dez 215 with the $1.99 super chat, and Isaiah. Salute to you for the $2 super chat. Every little bit count, man. Support the grind. I appreciate y'all. Smash the like button on the way out. Salute.
Peace out.